At the Mandy's. You want to come on out and meet Momo?
Run.
Friday night, the West Covina Sportsplex. We go be there. Festivities start at 10 a.m. Go all day long. Bring lawn chairs. Bring sunscreen. Bring your own cooler of water if you want. There'll be plenty of food, drinks, games to play, and of course, all of your 710 family. So make plans to be with us Friday at the West Covina Sportsplex. Plus tonight, Mason and Corporate Greg are going to be pressing the flesh along with Jacob Emrani for the LAFC Sweet Night. Look at that. Let's get to it. Mason in Ireland with Momo, your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Wow, that's a good afternoon.
That's what we go for here.
I know,
every day.
that was a cranky one.
Full on.
British?
Full on. Yeah, it's British. So, hey,
always
Momo,
say that,
I haven't
right?
seen you in a long time.
I know.
How's life been?
It's good.
You went on a trip? You went on a big trip with the kids, right?
I was the person with the screaming baby on the plane.
Oh,
it was
God,
fun.
I love people like you.
Yeah, we sat in the back, and he was great the whole flight except for the descent, and then 20 minutes of waiting for the jetway.
Is
Screaming
that
his
right?
head off.
Yeah.
Everybody. I was like, sorry. They're like, it's okay.
See, is it unfair for me to suggest that there should be like when I went to church, when I went to Mass, there was an area set aside. It was called the cry room.
Yeah.
And if you had kids, you would go to Mass in the cry room.
Makes sense.
Does it not make sense to have a cry cabin? Like if you have a baby, you go to the cry cabin as opposed to the regular cabin?
Yeah, turn your head in shame. What's wrong with you?
Why? No, I'm serious. They had a cry room at church. Why can't they have a cry room on the plane?
Church is a big, large area.
Yeah.
An airplane is a very small, tight area.
Yeah.
You're still going to hear the crying.
I'm just saying, pull a drape over it.
Yeah. So you want them in first class?
Yeah. No, well, you know what? Better than in my cabin. Yes. Honestly.
First class babies.
So where'd you guys go?
Just to Oregon, just like an hour and a half flight. It was our first trip, so I was like, let's pick a short one. We have family there.
What'd you do? Oh, you have family in Oregon?
Yeah, family in Southern Oregon, in Ashland, Oregon. It's a nice little area.
Nice.
So it's a nice little small town. You can kind of just walk along the street and go to an ice cream shop and a park and stuff. And we did a lot of family stuff, so it was fun to take the kids. Good experience. I got really good at the car seat, in and out of every single car seat stroller thing all the time.
Right.
But it was fun. It was good. It was the first time we had taken them anywhere, so could have been abject disaster, but ended up being mostly fun.
Good.
Mostly fun.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. So I wanted to, let me see. Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. So we got a lot going on for Friday night, All-Star Friday night. You don't want to miss it. It's at the West Covina Sportsplex. You can party with a live broadcast starting at 10 a.m. that goes all day long. Team Mace versus Team Slee, 7 o'clock, All-Star Friday night, presented by Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC. Come visit Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC and see what all the fun is about. So we're all out there on Friday night. You know the one thing we don't have, Momo?
What's that?
Team nickname.
Oh, we need that.
Yeah, we don't have a team nickname. So, Twitter at Venice Mace, at Ramona Shelburne.
Yeah.
I don't know if we send it to you because you're on the bad.
I'm on the other team, but I have the best name that you could possibly have. I don't know why you're not going with it.
What is it?
The Falcons.
Oh.
The Falcons is good.
I like that.
Yeah.
I also just like playing this bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a good bite.
This is a good one, too.
It's a good bite. No, that's like a little chicken baby.
No, it's a falcon.
No, that's like a little chick.
This is a falcon.
No, that's not a falcon.
It's a bird
that's
of
little,
prey.
That's a
Amazing.
little chick baby.
That's a falcon bird
You play
of prey.
the falcon. No, that's a chick baby again. This is like the little chick.
No, that's the falcon.
Yeah.
No, it's this
Not
one.
a falcon. That's a falcon. So, now tell me if it is unreasonable to suggest. Okay, let's not do it too much.
No, it's going on its own.
Okay.
You got to let the bite play out.
Let's not.
Jeez, relax.
Is it possible for us to get somebody to be a mascot?
Ooh.
95 degrees out there, man. Yeah, put them
Is somebody willing to put on some form of a falcon suit?
Well, does it have to be one of us, or can it be like a listener?
No, listener. That's why I'm expecting.
Oh, I definitely think somebody
We're all
would do
playing.
that.
I mean, if you're a listener, if you're a P1, as we like to say around here, and you want to shine on Friday night, if you can dress up like a falcon in some way, shape, or form, whether that be feathers or whatever that is, felt, like a big felt head.
What if we end up with 30 people dressed like falcons?
Team Mace! Team Mace. What are the odds we get somebody to dress up like a Falcon?
Oh, it's done. I think it's happening.
You think so?
I think you saying it right now, somebody will come as a
At
Falcon.
least somebody.
Let me tell you, you will get so much acclaim
Yeah.
From you.
from me.
Yeah.
And on the Mason and Ireland show.
Yeah.
If you show up to the Mason Ireland broadcast as a Falcon, we will put you on.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that bird on right away.
Wait,
And
so
if
we're
there's
going
like
to keep
80
them
of
there?
you,
So
we'll put
they're
all
going
80
to come
of
on
you
during the show from 1 to 4.
From 1 to 4.
And then they're going to stick around in the hot Falcon suits.
They can take their feathers and
Okay.
their felt head off, and
They'll
then
go
put
have
it
some
back
stinky
on
birds by
for
7.
For 7:30. Yeah.
You got to put ice packs in there.
I just want to point out our team is more
Little clip-on fans.
is more innovative than Team Slee. We're out there trying. We're innovators. Momo,
I don't know
put
about
you
it.
in
It got
left
real
field.
quiet there.
You know what? I'm a little nervous, but I can do that. I played right field and center field. I didn't really play left field in college, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Because I figure you are a solid player.
Yeah, I should be okay.
Left field is where
I'm gonna get a
most
lot
of
of
the ball,
action.
You're going to get a lot of action.
Sure you don't want me in
exactly.
center? I can come and work around. It's okay.
Do you think it's better in center?
I don't
could
know.
put-
We'll see.
I could put Andy Kamenetsky,
We'll
the
see.
funny one, in left.
Yeah, well, is Andy good?
No.
Okay, then I should play left.
Okay.
Yeah, because everyone's going to pull it.
Yeah, everybody.
That's what people do.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You heard what I'm doing.
What?
I am, at some point during the game,
Yeah.
during my at-bat, going to point to the left field fence, and then I'm going to take it yard.
And a lot of
God.
people have money against
Yeah.
you on
By the
that.
way, tell me, what are the odds that I do that?
You don't get it odds.
In odds. I'm asking Momo what the odds are that I'm able to do that.
Have you practiced at all?
No. No, just flat out no.
The odds that you do that, 5%. I'll give you 5%.
Okay. And what about in betting odds?
100 to 1.
100 to 1. These guys got it straight up with no
Straight
odds.
up. No odds. You should have said something then.
Yeah, I just
The
wasn't.
ticket was in.
Yeah, the ticket was in. So, in other words, they all make mythical money if I don't do it,
Oh.
and there are no odds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't put odds on it. What do you want me to do?
I mean, the truth is,
$50K on it.
Like, the truth is, especially if you're swinging a wood bat, like, I think you think the wood bat is an easy thing to hit with. It's really hard.
I hit okay last year, though. I was like totally happy. I was 3 for 3 last year.
Yeah, but with the wood bat?
Yeah. with
I've literally never swung a wood bat in a game in my life.
Yeah, no. It's
I really don't want to do it.
Last year, Clinton got us all made
They're
these
really
custom
nice,
bats.
but
They
that's
are really
for baseball
cool.
players.
Yeah.
It's also so that when you hit the softballs, it doesn't go scorching into someone's face.
I know, but I'm not going to do that anyway.
No, I know, but if you have a metal bat and Kirk Morrison, just doesn't hit it out of the park, he hits it at someone's face.
I know. It's
it's
fine for
safety.
big guys like that. I'm
Right.
just telling you the difference between men and women. Like,
Just
it's not-
hit it-
we're
Well,
barely going to get
sure.
it out of the infield with that.
Just
It's
hit
okay.
us a single. That's all I'm
All
looking
right.
for from you. I'm looking for a single or
Yeah,
maybe
we'll
find a
see.
gap.
You can bunt.
I'm not bunting.
No,
that's not going
you
to like
don't
it.
bunt.
Okay, it's fine.
All right.
You're gonna look.
I'll
you
try-
sent video. You looked good.
With a metal bat, was a dead metal bat, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But like a wood bat is like a dead bat.
Well, can we get a ruling on this?
Let me try it a little.
Ruling.
Is she allowed to
She'll
use
be
a metal
using
bat?
A bat, just like everybody. A wood bat. I have massive faith in you, Momo. I think you're
I don't.
one of the better
I have
hitters
zero
here.
bat speed right now. like the first cut, I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
a few ribs there.
Trying
like,
to catch up to
I think
slow.
I think you're gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
I think you're going to be the star of the game.
yeah, I've not played in 5 years.
By the way, I've said that to everybody on
I
my
know.
team.
Thank you.
Emily
I
is
believe
gonna
in
be the
myself
star
as
of the
well
game.
to not embarrass myself, but and to not get hurt. Those are my two goals.
Yep.
Let's not get hurt. And
Can you hit a single?
If with
Yes.
a metal bat, I know I can.
With a
a
wood
wood
bat,
bat,
you can.
I have zero idea, zero faith in that.
I think you can do it.
Let me try it once. And if it, we're gonna
I
make
don't
a
think we
decision.
have
once we
any
get there.
metal bats.
I
Well,
have
she's
one
got
at
a
home.
dead metal
Oh, you're
bat.
gonna bring your
Bring
my
your
old
dead
one.
metal bat. If it's dead metal, then
It's
I
not
think
going to do much, but it's not going to hurt anyone. I promise.
Yeah. All right. All right. So Momo's in for John
Yeah.
today. He's on assignment. Zion Williamson says he's got a blueprint that he's
Okay.
following this summer. Tell you what that is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my buddy Jacob Arun, who I'm going to be hanging out with tonight at LAFC. So if you get into an accident with, let's just say, a commercial van or truck or an 18-wheeler, you should not try to deal with the insurance company on your own. Trust me, last thing you want to do is to accept the first offer they call you with the next day. Those commercial drivers got special licenses to operate those vehicles, and they also have to log their daily activity with their employer. So if you're injured in an accident caused by an 18-wheeler or a commercial vehicle, you got to call Jacob. He and his team know what to look for, whether the driver had driven too long without a brake or the load he was carrying was unbalanced. There are so many ways Jacob's team can hold the commercial vehicle company responsible. And by doing that, they're able to get you the medical care and the settlement that you deserve. Remember, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And don't forget to follow Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. Mason in Ireland, Momo in for John, 710 ESPN.
All right, hey, make sure you get yourself out to the West Covina Sportsplex coming up on July 14th. It is our All-Star Friday night. Team Mason and Team Travis. I'm on Mason's team for the second year in a row. We're looking to go back-to-back. I'm looking to hit another home run. I'm looking to beat Slee's team for the second year in a row. We're going to have a great time. Come on out. Celebrate with us. You'll have a great time. You'll see some very bad softball. You're going to laugh. You'll have a ball. Come on out. All-Star Friday night, West Covina Sportsplex on July 14th.
Now.
If you're feeling down, I just wanna make you happier, babe.
Hey, so Friday night, All-Star Friday night, Momo's going to be there, Jorge's going to be there, Bergman's going to be there. It's going to be a blast. This is the event where you get the most up close and personal time.
Yeah.
Because we're doing the show. Actually, the morning guys are doing the show, Travis and Slee. Then me and Andy, he's the funny one, is going to be on with me on Friday, and then after that, Shadano and Cap, and then the softball game. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you, seriously, up close and personal time. And it's all made possible by Simply Spiked lemonade. And now peach. Summer is officially getting juicy.
That sounds good.
Oh, sounds really good.
I like peach stuff.
Do you?
Yeah. Peach iced tea. That was like a revelation to me.
Was it?
When I first had that.
You should get around more. If that's a revelation.
Well, that was the first time. It was probably 20 years ago, but I was like, the
sure.
peach iced tea is
Sure.
something.
All right, so Zion Williamson, he is renowned for being injured and overweight.
And dunking.
So he has announced, I think it was on the Gilbert Arenas
Yeah, it was a very
podcast.
strange setup. Like, Gilbert's on the show from Vegas with 4 guys. And then the clip I saw, like, Zion was like, first he was in a booth, and then he was like standing behind them awkwardly. And I was like, what's happening?
Yeah,
It's really
right.
strange production design. Anyway, go
And
ahead.
he just walked in and started
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Didn't even take a seat. So he talked a little bit. He was asked right away about, his conditioning and all that kind of stuff. Here is what Zion Williamson said.
This summer, has it been more cardio or more dieting? Like, what has been your thing that, like, all right, I can do that to help me get my weight up?
So the diet piece, I'm always able to come back each summer feeling good, looking good. Yep. But I would say it's more of just locking in on, like, flexibility, band work, because I think it's those things that will be able to keep me on the court longer versus just losing a bunch of weight and then coming to play and not being able to maintain that. So just – Brian got the blueprint.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to follow it, man.
Yeah, so here's the thing. The diet piece is like half the battle, man. I mean,
of it.
You've got to, and you're right. It is really all of it. And the point of it is that he is at a weight where he's more likely to be injured because he's carrying around so much weight. So the diet piece is incredibly important there.
I have such mixed feelings about this whole situation.
You do? Okay.
On the one hand, I think it sucks that every conversation or every interview with Zion starts with his weight.
Okay.
Doesn't that kind of suck? Like, he's a phenomenal basketball player.
But he has paid millions and millions of dollars to be healthy and in shape and ready to go.
And the truth is, if he was as big as he is and he played 75 games a year, we wouldn't be talking about
Correct.
it. If you could play at that weight and still be on the court all the time, then nobody would have a problem with it.
Yes.
And so, I think it's hard because the way he talks about it makes as somebody who I go up and down, you go up and down. We're not paid to be svelte.
Right.
We just want to be like.
Well, as Juan says, I've been gaining and losing the same 20 pounds for 17 years.
That's about right.
Yeah.
I go up and down based on whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime I have ever lost weight, like a significant amount, whether it's 20 pounds, 30 pounds, whatever, it has always been not because I wanted to, but because I had to, for whatever reason. Whenever I really changed my eating habits, it was like, it's not like, it would be great if I could lose 5 or 10 pounds. 5 or 10 pounds you can lose.
Yeah.
But if you want to lose a significant amount of life-changing weight, it's because you have to.
Right.
Something's going on. I lost 30 pounds when I had my back issues, right? Because I was like, I got it. I have to do everything I have to do to try to avoid the surgery, and I didn't avoid the surgery, but it was, at least I knew I tried, right? And it also felt a lot better. But I had to. Anytime I had to change I had gestational diabetes. So you're 8 months pregnant and you can't have freaking ice cream, and you're like, I want some sugar, but I can't because I will feel terrible if I have anything and it will hurt the baby. So I didn't have sugar. And people would go, man, you look great if you lost weight. I'm like, no, I'm pregnant. That was because I had to.
Okay, but here's the difference.
He doesn't feel like he has to yet.
Right. Here's the difference.
That's the long point of that story is he doesn't have wherever it needs to come from, it's not coming from the have to place.
Right. He is paid to be healthy, in shape, be at the right weight, and be able to play 60 plus games a year. Yeah. And right now that's not there. And the difference is, so you lost weight because of the things you said. Yeah. I could be a great big fat pig behind the microphone and it wouldn't make a difference because I'm not paid to be in shape. I'm paid to talk.
Right.
He's paid to be in shape. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's not just like everyday stuff. He's making millions of dollars for that organization to be in shape and to be ready to go, and he's not doing it. And it makes me think I'm going to bring up your term. Where is the care factor with Zion Williamson? How much does he care?
I mean, obviously, like, there's a I think when he's on the court, he cares. I think he loves basketball. You see him playing all the time. He doesn't have that reputation as somebody who's not in the gym, not working out, not wanting to be there. His reputation is more like he does it. He's not with anybody when he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like he kind of does it. He's not bonded with the team, or he's not in the facility all the time where everyone sees him. He's kind of like keeps to himself and his own people and stuff. And there's a sort of disconnect, or I don't want to say aloof is not the right word, but there's a sort of distance between him and everyone else. And so when you say a care factor, like what are the things that make you care?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, what are the things that make you care? Is it about your own legacy? Is it about the bond with your teammates? Like you want to win for you and your team.
Right.
Do you care because you hate losing? Because a lot of people, that's their motivation, is they hate losing.
Right.
My motivation has always been, I was always like an A- person. Like I knew I could probably do better. I could probably get an A+ if I wanted to, if I really applied myself. But I knew I could probably just kind of apply myself and get like an A- B+, something like that. And that was okay. But if I got anything less than that, I'd be mad.
Right.
Be like, come on, that's ridiculous, Ramona. Let's go. Like, and so like I don't know where he is. Does he care? Like, I want to be one of the greatest ever, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to.
But I'm
get
following
there.
LeBron's blueprint.
Yeah, no.
Sounds like it's made up.
That's just a thing you say.
Yeah, he's not spending $1 million a year in his body. He doesn't have the trainer's hands. Doesn't have the dietitian, probably. Doesn't have any of those things that he could be investing in, which is investing in himself and his career.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
he's not doing that.
Like, have you ever gotten super disciplined about working out?
Yeah.
Like, what was your schedule like?
What do you mean?
When you were super disciplined about working out, what was it?
I would go on the elliptical for like an hour. Then I
every
would do
day?
Every day, no matter what.
No matter what.
And I'm not doing that now, but I did do that. And also hitting the resistance training.
Yeah.
So, I worked out really, really hard. Now, by my standards, it was really hard.
Yeah.
By the standards that Zion Williamson should be at, not a lot.
Yeah, because I think what it is somebody like Zion, like when he has played, his numbers are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, no, and he's super fun to watch and all that stuff, yeah.
So there's a quality of like he feels like he can just show up and do it.
Right.
And he's so talented and so strong and amazing that he probably can get away with that.
Right.
For the times that he's able to just show up and do it. But in order to really be an all-time great, to have your team win championships or contend for championships, you have to be available at least 70 to 80% of the games every year.
Right.
At least. You should aim for 90 or 100%.
Yeah.
And he's just not shown anything to get him there. But I think his, like, doing it every day, all the extra stuff. You know what LeBron does to get ready for a game, especially during the playoffs? I mean, I would see him sitting in his locker after those, especially in the Memphis series.
I've seen him before the game, like on the balance ball.
Yeah, he's there at like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
You know, like he's there at 2 o'clock on a game that starts at 7.
Yeah.
Nobody's there yet.
Hey, Bergman, how much do you invest in your body a year? LeBron invests $1 million. How much do you invest in your body?
Does Grubhub count?
That does not.
How about massages?
Well, okay, no, actually,
I invest in massages.
I actually invest a lot because I'm still paying for my Peloton.
Still paying?
So I actually don't use it, but I invest in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
that's
whatever
an
that
investment.
ends up, right?
Yeah.
So whatever,
That's what that is.
whatever that number turns out to
That
be.
clothes hanger in your living room is
It's
an
not even in my
investment.
room anymore. I moved it out of my room into a secondary
Yeah.
room, and
Yes.
it just sits there getting
Not
dust.
even in the main room
Yeah,
anymore.
It's not. I took it out of my room.
Jorge, what do you think?
He's gonna sign it. Whoever buys it, he's gonna sign the seat, and you can have a Greg Bergman Peloton
God,
bike.
can you imagine?
You can have
Bergman
a Greg
signing
Bergman
the
signed.
seat?
I'll even
seat?
Put it on eBay.
if you're nice enough, I'll sign it corporate Greg.
Now, has
Just,
the
you know,
price continued to come
just
down?
depends.
what has happened to you? Look
Hey,
at
for
you.
$200, I'll drive it
Yeah.
wherever you
Has
got
the
Exactly.
price continue
See,
to come
that's
down?
it. You need to get. I'll sign it corporate Greg, and you have to give Jorge $200, and it's all a group experience.
Yeah, that's nice. And what's the price now?
Oh, now I need to look it up.
Yeah.
It's probably
You drive shotgun with me.
Yeah, I got you.
There you go.
Look,
There you go.
see, that's extra. You're getting the signature, and you're getting personal delivery.
Wow.
Exactly.
By Jorge.
And Bergman. He said he wants me to drive shotgun.
Wow, what an experience.
It's a great experience, Momo. You wouldn't want that?
Yeah. No.
I think we could put it on auction.
I'm sure
Momo's
put it on
still
eBay.
Momo's still
I'm
thinking, how'd you
dead
get these
serious.
seats?
I'm dead serious. Let's put it on eBay.
You want to put it on eBay?
Yeah, put it on eBay. We'll
You have to have a
promote it.
reserve price so that you don't get sold for like $10 or something.
We can
No,
we
no,
can sell it
we'll
off.
do the
have
buy
a
now
minimum
price.
price thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Like a minimum price.
Do it.
Okay.
Do
fine.
it.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow because
All
I
right.
don't want
We'll
to
do
set
it
that all
tomorrow.
up right now.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next for you is Wheel of Questions. I put really interesting stuff on the wheel.
I'm sure you did.
There's one question, if it happens to come up, is very Ireland-esque.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
And
Ireland
you know what that
questions.
means. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. It's the All-Star Friday night. We're going to see you there from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the West Covina Sportsplex, brother. And let me tell you something. This year, I'm hitting home runs, not giving them up. Ugh!
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland, here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What
is this?
It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Jorge, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it!
All right, here we go. Spinning the Wheel of Questions, and it lands. Oh, you know, it's that one. The Ireland-esque question.
Did he just like leave them behind on the wheel when he left?
Yeah, it was a leftover question from Ireland. That's a
Yeah.
good way to describe it. He's on assignment. So here's the question. If you were shopping for a house
Okay. Done that twice.
and one was perfect,
Okay.
except there had been a murder in the house, would you go ahead and still buy the house?
Absolutely not.
No question.
It's a no.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if the price was low because there'd been an incident there.
No. I just can't. Like, there's just like people die in houses all the time.
A lady died in one of my houses, and I
Yeah.
was fine with it. She older lady, and
yeah, people die in their houses.
Yeah.
Like, that's where people go. They like to die at
Sure.
home. But that feels different than a murder.
yeah.
There's something like
You think there's some sort of psychic scar?
Yeah, there's something
Oh, that's
there.
a good way to describe a psychic scar.
Yeah.
I just made that up, but
I
I
like
think
it.
it's really smart.
Yeah, I would feel it would just feel grisly to me all the time, and I'm one of those sage and sweetgrass people. I would probably sage the house and all that stuff.
Right.
Like the first house I moved into was our starter house. the couple was selling it under sort of like sad circumstances. They had lived there for like 40 years or something, and then the husband got MS and had to go to
That's terrible.
couldn't take care of himself, so they moved to a place where it was assisted living.
Right.
And I felt like it was kind of a sad story. Like this, they had a really beautiful life here, and then something sad happened to him, and they had to move. And I had to think about how I felt about it, but I just said thank you for all the wonderful times you had in this house. I hope it was good for you.
Okay,
And
that's good.
and I did some sage and some sweetgrass. We opened all the windows.
Right,
Actually, we didn't open all the windows at first, and then we set up the smoke detectors.
Oh, okay.
That was what happened.
That is.
And then we opened all the windows.
Okay, Bergman. There is your dream home.
Yes.
It meets every specification, and it's and it's 30% less expensive because there was a murder in there. Are you still going ahead and buying the house?
No, because I don't mess with the spirits.
Spirits
Even if it's not a real thing in your mind,
It's not.
I don't want to even tempt them.
Yeah.
Why are we trying to do anything? Just like Ouija boards, you don't do any of this stuff.
One movie, Amityville Horror. Now everybody's
I've never
afraid
seen
of a
that
haunted
movie.
house.
I've never seen that movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
I just
have
know
you
that there
seen
are
some
ghosts.
haunted house movie, ghost movie that is now in your head.
It doesn't
that
matter.
make you
Just
think
because
this
you
house
don't
isn't
believe
safe.
in ghosts and you don't believe that there are like demons, and when there's murders,
Where
there are
is-
things-
He just says that so definitive. There are demons.
now
in
there
there's
are
murders.
demons.
What, do you not believe in them, Momo?
I do, but it
Well,
was just
it's
the way you say
demons.
it. It was like
If you're gonna say it with your chest.
Okay, so two
Yeah,
people
because you
passed.
don't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Jorge,
I think I-
30% less.
I think I would. Simply because if it's only
Yep.
one, yes. But if it's multiple, like these movies that we're talking about,
Yeah, no, it's not like a
no, if
grizzly.
it's one, then
people
maybe.
die all
But I
over.
would keep it to myself. Me and then just Brenda. No,
Don't
that's
tell
it.
anybody
I
else.
wouldn't tell anybody else.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so we don't bring that into people's minds when they come over.
I would totally do it.
yeah.
Yeah, I would buy the murder house. I'd be like 30% savings.
Wow.
I'm all in on that.
You wouldn't wonder? Would you research the murder and find out what happened?
No.
No.
I never researched the lady who keeled over in my first house.
Yeah, I didn't.
But she wasn't murdered.
How about
No,
you
she
research
wasn't
it now?
murdered. What's that?
Research it now.
Research what? The lady who keeled over
Right
in my
now.
house?
Research it now, like today.
How am I going to research it now?
Well, just look up that old
it happened,
address.
It happened 30
Yeah,
years
but-
ago.
Right, but there's reports about it still. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
all right. I'll look it up.
I mean, you,
But dying of natural causes is obviously
Yeah,
different.
it's
Well, you
different.
said a murder, yeah.
No,
yeah.
no, she wasn't murdered.
Okay, then yeah,
She just keeled
this is
over.
okay. So about 4 years after we moved into our current house,
Mm-hmm.
I was going through this area and there were some drawers, and I found a bunch of pictures of the previous family who had lived there.
Interesting.
And it was just something they must have missed when they were cleaning out the house.
Yeah.
And I had never gone to that. We have like an old bar area that we don't really use too much. I mean, we put stuff in there, but anyway, you didn't go through those things. And I was like, oh, these are the people who used to live here. And you could see they had lived there. I knew the woman, but her husband had passed away. And the kids were grown. So we bought the house from the mom, and that was all we
Yeah,
knew.
right.
And so it was like I found all these pictures of her, like growing up, all the kids
That's
growing
nice.
up.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting. Like, on a way, I thought, and then our neighbor next door had lived there for so long. They knew the previous two owners of the house.
Wow.
And who put in this pool, and who put
Yeah,
in that
right. Who
stuff.
did this
and
upgrade? Who did
it's
that
kind of
upgrade?
fun. It was
Yeah,
kind of fun to
that's
learn
cool.
about it,
That's
in
cool.
other people's lives. But I don't know, murder.
Murder. All right.
Murderville.
Nothing with murder.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm so there.
That's a good Ireland question.
House on sale. I'm
Yeah.
there.
And there's going to be a ghost.
Would you
who's
do
gonna hold
any
your
kind of
legs down while
sage
you're
or
sleeping.
sweetgrass or any of
I
that?
probably do. I do
You'd
that.
smudge.
I've done that in every house. I've
Yeah.
smudged, and you go around in the corners.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to. You go around the house with.
I-
You go around the house with the sage, and then when
Yeah.
you get to the corners, you're supposed to clap.
Oh, I didn't know the clapping
Oh yeah,
part.
the clap.
Oh man, I better go back and do it again.
Yeah, you better. You better. All right. So last night I'm watching the All-Star game. Did you watch the All-Star game?
I listened to it on the radio
Oh, nice.
because I was driving to the batting cages.
Was it Boog doing the game?
Boog and maybe Eduardo.
Okay.
Felt like I think it was Eduardo Perez. And then Buster was in the dugout.
Nice.
You know, he was on the sidelines, and then they had Kevin Winter doing the studio
The
stuff.
studio
Yeah.
stuff. So here's my question. I'm watching last night, and ninth inning, National League trying to hang on to a 3-2 lead. Mm-hmm. And Craig Kimbrell comes to the mound.
Yeah.
Now, Dodger fans not really happy with the way the Kimbrell era,
Let
as
it go. Let it
happened
go. That was a
here in
moment.
Los Angeles. Yeah. So I'm looking at it last night. Here comes Kimbrel. He's 14 of 14 in save opportunities. He saved that game last night, but he's pitched really, really well, and he's only 1 year, $10 million. Now, my question is, did the Dodgers make a mistake by not bringing him back?
No.
Even though he's 14 of 14.
No. What did we learn last year with Kimbrel is he's super streaky.
Would this bullpen be better or worse with Craig Kimbrel?
He's super streaky. He had a good run there when he was listening to him Frozen every
You
time.
didn't answer the question. Would this Dodgers bullpen be better or worse with Craig Kimbrel?
Better right now.
Thank
you know what the original sin was?
What?
Letting Kenley Jansen go.
Oh, yeah.
We just come back. Every year I look up and Kenley Jansen is on as an all-star closer on some contender.
Yep. He's doing it again this year
Like,
for the
why
Red Sox.
isn't he with the Dodgers? He was with the Braves and he was with the Red Sox and he's like still Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, I think we can say that was a miscalculation
Yes.
by the front office.
And they've had a chance to redo it. Like they could have had him this year too.
Right. He was back on the market.
Kenley, he still has his house here.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Bergman,
Yeah.
Kimbrel back in the bullpen. Would this bullpen be better or worse with Craig Kimbrel, who's 14 of 14 in save opportunities?
About the same
in it?
and probably worse. Craig Kimbrel was not good with the Dodgers. We can't remember.
There was a stretch.
There
the frozen
was a
stretch.
tiny little stretch towards
Yeah.
the end of the year
Yeah.
when he did have a good, and then
Yeah.
he barely made the postseason roster.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't. He
the
just
cold
wasn't
never
good.
bothered me anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, that's what
Don't
you
need
like
that.
though.
I
Right?
really did. It was
Which
so fun going to
it
games
was
when he
fun
would
to
come
do
in.
that. He was good for like a week, and we all loved it. But he was bad. He was even bad last night. He walked. a bunch
two
of
guys.
I
know.
It was not a clean save.
No,
Part of
it
the
wasn't
ticket
clean
experience
save.
of Craig
It was going to be a
Kimbrel.
lot of up and down, and then Kenley, like we had the same up and downs with Kenley
Yes, but
too.
Kenley is a good pitcher.
The difference is that the amount of money that Kenley was going to be owed and was going to need to get to stay with the Dodgers was not something that the Dodgers were willing to pay.
So
It was
here's-
not- they were
and the
close.
same
It was
thing-
just a year's thing.
And then the same with Atlanta. Why didn't he stay in Atlanta? Because he
What did
wanted
he
more
sign
money.
with the Red
'Cause
Sox
he got
for?
more
2
money.
years, $32 million.
Yeah.
With the Reds? The
No, with
Sox?
the
No,
Red
with
Sox,
the-
yeah.
with the
2
Braves,
years,
That's a lot.
32 million. That's
Oh, he signed for 2 years with the
$16
Red Sox.
Wow, it's a lot.
2 years,
Yeah.
$16 million.
But
a year?
the Dodgers could have had him back. They just couldn't get to the. I
They
think when
didn't
he
wanna
signed with
pay
the Braves.
that much for that many years.
Yeah, it was the years. I remember. It was
And
the
by,
years.
here's the
But
other.
they don't believe in closers like that.
Yeah, there is your answer.
Yeah.
They don't believe in closers like that.
Stupid.
A lot of
Especially at that
MLB
age.
doesn't.
It's stupid.
And I know with Kenley, he does not throw 94 anymore. He doesn't throw 96 anymore like he used
No.
to.
Still
but the
getting
guy
outs.
knows how to
Roller
get
coaster
outs.
rides.
Yep.
It's like
gonna
there's
blow
an art form
saves.
to getting outs,
Yeah.
and that dude knows how to do it.
Yep.
I trust when Evan Phillips is in there. I know he had that one.
Oh,
blown save.
he just blew up last week.
Yeah, because he pitched 3 days in a row and he wasn't even. Dave Roberts that morning
What would
said
it
that he
have
wasn't
looked
going.
like
He wasn't
if
available.
Kimbrel had closed and Evan Phillips had set him up.
Evan Phillips wasn't available
If they-
for that game.
Or if they would have made if they had Kenley,
Evan Phillips
it would have been
wasn't available. They
Evan
made him at the
Phillips
end.
would have set up Kenley Jansen.
No, I'm happy with the way that things are. I mean, not
You're
happy. with it.
it's like
not,
the
it's not
worst
happy with it.
Earned run average. It's the
I
worst
don't wanna
bullpen the
spend money.
Dodgers have had in their history.
I don't want to spend the amount of money that it takes to get Kimbrel or it takes to get Kenley Jansen. They're too expensive for a
Even
closer
if
role.
this is the worst ERA that the Dodgers bullpen
Look at
has
the guys
ever
that
had.
have that. You had Vezia, who is absolutely horrendous. We have Bickford was blowing up a lot of things. It was Almonte wasn't
Bruzdar.
doing well.
Almonte wasn't
Bruzdar
good.
was terrible
Catterall.
for-
Bruzdar.
Ferguson.
all these
Ferguson
guys.
had his ups and downs. Yeah, I actually kind of trust Ferguson, but there's
Kind
there's-
of trust. That's what
Kind of
Greg.
trust. That's what we're down to.
Sure, but I think look, they're going to make after all of these issues, the Dodgers are still a half game up in the NL West.
True.
They are leading the NL West. And I think they have the third best record in the National League.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, through all of this, they're still doing really well. I love that you're just throwing the ball in the air while we're talking. We're having
Wait.
some baseball convo, and you're just throwing the ball in the air.
You go like
Yeah.
this.
Play, oh no, I don't have that.
Oh,
move in
that's
me.
a game that
That's
you
good
play.
for the
on YouTube.
I
You
can
can
do
see
it
it
with my eyes
youtube.com/ESPNLA. You can see Momo playing.
Yeah,
the
you can
baseball
see
game.
Momo playing an impressive game. All right,
Wait, can you
They
balance
need
it on your
help
nose?
in the bullpen.
they do, and I think they'll get it. And it's just a hypothetical. Would they be better
Nope,
with
Can't do it.
Kimbrel? They'd be better with a closer. I want a closer.
I know you want that typical
I don't
closer,
want
but they
this
don't
sort of
believe in
mix
it.
and match
So
BS.
here's what
They've
it
had
is.
a closer every year
They don't
until this year.
What do you see this year? They don't believe. They
but they
believe in it.
believed in it
by-
for
Do you know what a closer
years.
is? He's a dude with a walk-up song.
Yeah.
He pops his collar.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm the closer.
Yep.
They believe in
That's
the
what
fire
it
rate.
is. He's got a presence.
Yep.
He's like, I only pitched the ninth.
There you go.
I shut him down.
Oh, there's
It
Kim.
doesn't
There it
matter if
is.
it's 7, 8, 9 or 1, 2, 3.
It was so good when he was rocking this.
14 of 14 in save opportunities. All right, coming up next. Oh, we're going to do the 2 o'clock call of the day. Now,
Ooh,
Bergman
love
wants
those.
me to give like very specific instructions, right, for the call of the day.
I think we're just trying things out to try and save it because it's been terrible.
Okay, so let's throw out 2 things here. First of all, would the Dodgers be better with a closer as opposed to this mix and match situation that they're doing right now? And if you could buy your dream house for 30% less than you normally would because there had been a murder in the house, would you still buy the house? 877-710-ESPN for the 2 o'clock call of the day. 877-710-ESPN. We'll try that stuff out coming up next for you. I got a big question about AD coming up for you,
Oh,
too.
can't wait.
That's after call of the day. 877-710-ESPN. Mason, Ireland. Momo's in for John. 710. All right, if you want to see Sliwa get a good ass kicking in a softball game, you want to be at the West Covina Sportsplex Friday, July the 14th. I'm telling you, I have put together a team for the ages. Sliwa doesn't know what's going to hit him.
Then we need to play California
All right,
Love.
send them over.
Oh, yeah.
Send them over.
No, Kenley's California
Kenley,
Love.
California Love.
I don't know.
What about
Come on, give it a roll. Give it a roll.
What about Enter Sandman?
That's good.
What
That's
about
a good
Hell's
one.
Bells?
Yeah.
That's another good one. All right, so All-Star, it's a big day because, first of all,
Yeah.
me and Bergman taking a bunch of listeners over to LAFC tonight, hanging out in Jacob Imrani's luxury suite with a full spread and all that stuff. And 2 of our listeners get to go out on the field before the game and hold the American flag and the LAFC banner, which will be a thrill to be in the opening ceremonies. Then on top of that, of course, All-Star Friday night is this Friday. Want to see you at West Covina Sportsplex. Going to be a blast. Team Mace versus Team Slee. Be there early because we're all doing our shows live from there. And then the game is at 7:30. It's all made possible by our friends at Islands. Islands, your local paradise. Give me some of them cheddar fries dredged in that ranch dressing.
Oh, sounds good.
So delicious.
I like the cheddar fries and the ranch dressing, and then the toucan
Oh, yeah.
with the pineapple and the teriyaki.
I'm
Just
more of
all over your
I'm
face.
like a big wave guy.
We
I
used
like
to
the
go
big
to
wave.
Islands every time after softball when we played
Yeah.
slow pitch softball.
That's good. It's good. All right, Momo, 2 o'clock call.
Let's
of the
do
day.
it.
Any number between 1 and 23. What do you got?
14.
Line 14 is. Hang on a second. That's not line 14.
I would actually never know if you just picked any line.
There's line 14. It's Robert in Lake Forest. Robert, you're on 710. Don't ask us how we're doing.
Look, you 100% take your dream home at 30% less. Just a done deal. If there was a murder in it, as long as I'm not the one being murdered or murdering, I'm all for it. Plus, it's an investment, and it could be a cool murder. It could be something that's going to
could be part of the marketing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come to buy this house with a cool murder in it.
Yeah, you have to recreate it.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. All right. So, by the way, I think you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
I think the right answer, the average person is like, hell yes, I'll buy the house. It's Los Angeles. If I can get it for a third off, I'm going to buy that house.
All right, let's take line 5.
Okay, we're going all the way to line 5. That's Jacob in Pasadena. Hey, Jacob, you're on 710. Don't ask us how we're doing.
That would be a yes for me as well. There'd be the question of if the murderer got caught. Because what if he's like a
scene of
murderer
the
that likes to
crime.
go back to the same house?
Right.
Excellent point.
So, in other words, the murderer has to be apprehended for you to go ahead and buy the house.
That's a good point.
Because they returned to the scene of the crime.
Yes. He could go back if he's not caught and go, oh, more people.
More
This is
people.
good calls. I like it.
This is my
That's
favorite
good.
house.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do
More
another
people.
one.
All right,
Let's do another one.
Let's go to Anthony in L.A. Anthony, you're on 710. What's happening, man? Don't ask us how we're doing.
Hey, how's it going? First,
he did it!
Finally
Jorge, you got so excited.
They told you not to ask how you're doing. The first thing
Look
you
how
said, you
excited
doing?
he got.
Yeah.
I just spiked that one.
Yeah.
Let's do one last
more.
one.
One more.
CJ in Van Nuys. CJ, you're on 710. Don't ask us how we're doing, man.
I'm not going to ask you how you're doing. Before I even say anything, Momo, I just want to give you your flowers and
Thank
congratulate you on all your success. You used to cover me in high school in San Fernando Valley for the Daily News.
Really? What school did you go to? Birmingham. Wait, what's your last name? What's your last name?
Burnley.
Oh, yes.
And the Jackson Twins.
That's right.
And everybody. But
CJ Burnley. Yeah.
congratulations. I just
What'd
wanted
you
to
play?
give you
Running
your flowers.
back? Running
No,
back?
I was on defense.
Okay.
Milton held it down for running
That's
back.
right. Milton Knox.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is cool,
Wait,
man.
I was going to give you your flowers. It's been amazing watching you just grow up.
Thanks, man.
I had to do that. But to answer your question, I am for sure buying the house at 30% off. Like you said, Mason, is Los Angeles. It's impossible to get a good deal right now. And funny story, my parents' house, a murder happened to the neighbors. And I remember the realtor, it took forever for the house to actually sell. And they would come and do tours and tours and tours. And I would always go over, and I waited for a family to come by that had a very attractive daughter.
Yeah.
And it looked like I could date her. And if she looked good, I'd be like, I'm not going to say nothing. But if there wasn't anyone attractive, then I was going to say, you know what happened in this house, right? So it was kind of process. Yeah, exactly. I will repel. All
right.
So,
Hey.
Man, the realtor was like, get that kid out of here.
CJ, awesome. That's got to be disclosed in advance.
It does.
It does. You've got to put that in your whatever
Disclosure
that is.
statements.
Disclosure statements. There you go. So
That's cool.
I told you guys, most people would a 30% discount. Most people will buy the house, Bergman.
I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know. I just don't trust any of that. There's a reason that it's 30% down. Like, we have to understand that that's
Right,
a big
people
part of
are,
it.
People are scared.
Well, no, yeah, but there's the fact that it's actually going.
I'm scared.
You're scared.
Scared.
It's going down 30% because of that. That means there's more to it than just the being scared.
Yeah,
Buy it and flip it.
Trent. Oh yeah, you can flip it.
Buy it and
Yeah,
flip
but then you have to still say that there was a murder
sell
there.
it, right?
Oh,
you
true
still
And then you have to drop it
disclose.
another 30%
How many?
after
How
that.
many owners do you have to still say that?
I think it's a yearly thing. Like, it has to be within a certain amount of years.
Yeah,
you
so
have
like
to say it.
5 years after a murder, you still have to say it.
Yes, I
Yeah,
think it's after it's probably something like
How long?
15, 20 years.
Oh,
before.
long time.
Yeah, no, it's a long time. So you can't do more than that. I'm just saying, if you're going down 30%, it's not just the scared portion.
It means you're scared. Scared.
I'm scared.
By the way,
I'm scared too.
Scared.
You know who bought the Manson house and lived there for a while?
Who?
You?
Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails.
Well, that makes sense.
Doesn't that make sense?
Right. Well,
yeah.
I mean, you have to be that type of guy.
Right in line with that. Right in line with that. All right, so if I had the Seinfeld, I would hit her right now. But instead, I want to ask you,
Nope.
Momo.
That wasn't it. I tried.
That
There-
sounded like a transformer.
There is a Western Conference executive.
Just one.
Just one.
Got it.
According to Heavy.com.
It's probably Sean Devaney.
It could very well
That's
be
what
Sean
he writes.
Devaney.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Sean.
Says
Devaney. I don't know.
says that the Lakers are hesitant to give Anthony Davis an extension. What do you know about that? Because right now he's signed for this year, then has a player option for the following year. Was there not a story or a through line where they were going to sign him to an extension this summer?
The only thing I can say about it, I've never heard that.
Okay. You've never heard that they even want him to sign an extension?
No, I've never heard that they're hesitant.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they have to. Like, they really don't have to. And I think this is the 10,000-foot thing about the Lakers that
Yep.
nobody really is talking about, but we all are going to start talking about it. LeBron James might leave after next year.
Right.
His son if his son is as good as advertised and actually makes it to the NBA and then is drafted in the first round.
Right.
He has publicly stated, I want to play with my son.
Sure.
And so he has deliberately put himself in position to opt out of the final year of his contract and go where his son is.
So wouldn't AD potentially opt out of his contract at exactly
He
the
could.
same time?
I mean,
and isn't that why you would want to extend him, so you keep sort of a cornerstone
somebody
of your franchise?
Now, I will tell you this. I have asked the question about how happy is AD long term. Everything I have gotten from people close to him is that he loves it here, wants to be a Laker his whole life, his whole career. Like, he's not itchy. There's
Right.
remember last year when there's all this like fake drama about Anthony Davis and LeBron not getting along?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't standing up when LeBron broke the record. That was all stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
They're fine. AD is good with LeBron. He's good with the Lakers. He wants to be here unless something has changed since I last asked. It makes sense actually more for the Lakers to give themselves some optionality.
Yeah.
Because of LeBron and Anthony Davis' situation. Like, if you notice, like they now have a couple guys under contract beyond next year. Gabe
Right.
Vincent under contract
Yep.
beyond next year.
They're starting to
Austin
build
Reeves
sort of
under
a roster. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
Austin
they haven't
Reeves,
really done.
Rui Hachimura. There's a few guys that they sign who are under team control beyond this year. But until this summer, they didn't have anybody under control beyond this year.
Right.
And the question was, did they want to chase somebody like a Kyrie Irving or somebody else? Now, next summer is a very interesting summer.
Okay.
There is now, Woj calls this now the transfer portal.
Yeah. Right. Sure.
Like, nobody really leaves in free agency anymore. It's not so you don't target people in free agency. You target people to trade for.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You use your cap space and your draft assets to trade for players.
Okay.
Next year is when the most punitive luxury tax stuff
Yes.
of the new CBA hits.
Second apron, hard cap, that
So
kind of thing.
let me give you a list of teams that are going to have a hard time.
Okay.
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yep.
Going to have a very hard time. They have like 4 guys on max contracts.
Right.
At some point,
Phoenix.
at some point, Karl Anthony Towns is probably the guy that they either move, or if there's any market for Rudy Gobert, they would move him. But
Right.
I don't think there's a market for Rudy, and based on how much he makes.
Yes.
Phoenix, I think Ishbia is just going to the wall with
He
what
doesn't
has.
care.
He doesn't care.
He's gonna
just-
pay it.
And it's not even about paying it. It's about what you can do, what that restricts you from doing.
All right. You lose your mid-level.
Yeah.
lose your mid, all those
Right.
little
All those
exceptions that
things.
you got. Yeah,
That's why they signed everyone back this year. They're just trying to grandfather everybody in.
Yeah.
Okay. The Golden State Warriors going to have a hard time next year.
yeah.
Paying all those guys. There's 4 guys. Wiggins.
Although Chris Paul walks away.
Probably.
Yeah.
But Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, it's going to be hard to keep all 4 of them because just how punitive the restrictions are. The Clippers, going to be very hard. Paul George, Kawhi, both up for extensions this year. My guess is they extend both of them, but what does that look like? So, and there's all sorts of teams that are going to have luxury tax problems, and there will be incredible players that are going to have to be traded because you simply cannot go over the second apron.
Okay, so let's get a little wonky here.
I was wonking out.
Yeah, okay. So I read this week that there's something that D'Angelo Russell passed on, some sort of no trade clause.
Yeah, he waived his ability to have a ability to control where he's traded to.
So that means that in a year or a couple of years where trades are open, D'Angelo becomes a piece that you can move potentially.
Right, because he makes enough money to offset what you're taking back.
Right.
And like the way they've constructed the contracts that they sign, guys who really smart.
Yeah.
Like all of those are tradable assets going forward. None of those are a bad contract. Those are the type of contracts teams who are going to offload superstars are going to look at. They are going to want to acquire guys like that on manageable contracts. So, I think the Lakers have positioned themselves very well. They don't have, even though Anthony Davis is eligible for an extension, he might want to wait and see what happens with Bron.
Yep.
I mean, if I were Anthony, I would wait.
Sure.
Let's see what happens with Bronny. Let's see if he's in the league. Let's see if the Lakers get a first-round pick so they can go get him.
But they're potentially, year after this, going to be without LeBron or AD.
Potentially. I don't think so. If I was betting, I would say AD's a Laker for life. But let's look at teams let's look at superstars.
Then why
and
not
players.
give him an extension and take the worry out of it?
They could. But if I were both of them, I would wait.
Yeah, by the way, I would, if I was the Lakers, I would wait.
I would wait. You don't have to do it now. You
if
can
I
do
was
it next
AD,
year.
I'd sign up.
But I mean, look, James Harden will be a free agent next year. I have no idea what's going to happen in Philly. Dame, we don't know where that's going to land.
Sure.
In Philly, like, how much longer does Joel Embiid stay patient with the way that's gone? Boston, they're going to sign Jaylen Brown to this giant contract, then Jason Tatum. At some point, that gets too expensive. There's just like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That
well, do the Lakers have? Where are they against the second apron? They're in the luxury tax, but they're not.
They're
up
not on the
against,
second apron. They've done a really good job staying under that.
They're under it.
Yeah.
So they've got maneuverability. They've got flexibility. Mm-hmm. All right. Coming up next for you. Hey, there is a new social media platform with over 150 million followers. Will it become a major sports hub? That is next. Mason and Ireland. Momo in for John, 710 ESPN.
Wednesday, Momo sitting in for John. Mace wants you to come out All-Star Friday night dressed up as a Falcon.
If you can dress up like a falcon in some way, shape, or form, whether that be feathers or whatever that is, felt, like a big felt head.
What if we end up with like 30 people dressed like falcons?
Team Mace! Team Mace!
If you show up to the Mason Ireland broadcast as a Falcon, we will put you on.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that bird on right away.
Hey, listen, I think it's a great idea. Last year, Mace asked listeners to come and bring derogatory signs towards me, so I think the Falcons better bet. Let's get back to it. Mason in Ireland, your Wednesday continues right now.
I never asked anyone to bring derogatory signs about Morales. It's just not my... That's a chick. That's not a falcon. That's a baby chicken.
I think it's a falcon chick.
It's not. It's a baby. It's like a little baby chicken. They're mocking.
Did you grow up on a farm and know the difference?
What do you think the odds are somebody does show up
100%.
in falcon gear?
I think it's 100%. Is that a smoke alarm detector?
Remember, I had that long period of time where the neighbors had their smoke alarm. They were on vacation.
No, but this is from the murder house we're trying to buy for 30%
Oh, it's from the
off.
murder house?
Yeah.
There's a murder house, and the smoke alarm never turns off.
I'm more likely to buy the house with the murder than I am with the smoke alarm.
100%. I mean, have you ever the carbon
mind.
monoxide detectors? I remember one time I could not get that thing. I took the batteries out and it still was chirping at me.
Yep.
I literally had to take it and put it in my car overnight.
Yeah.
Oh,
The worst sound.
how do you? I just want to take a bat and smash it.
Hey, Momo.
Yeah.
Are you all about America tonight?
America.
America.
Let's go.
Team USA versus Panama tonight.
Oh, we got to win that one.
In San Diego, and then Mexico versus Jamaica in Las Vegas. And hopefully we get USA-Mexico on Sunday at SoFi Stadium. Now, Jorge, what are the odds of that happening, do you feel?
Oh, very high, yeah.
USA-Mexico?
Yeah. But USA takes it, unfortunately.
We've kind of had their number lately.
You think U.S. takes it?
I think so, yeah. Mexico.
We've been beating Mexico a lot lately. What is it, like 3 or 4 in a row?
I think we're going to go to that.
row,
If it turns out right, I think we're going to go to the game on Sunday.
Is the coach back yet? Is he
Does
started
either
back?
team have a coach?
No,
I don't think either team does.
No, they don't. They have an interim coach.
Greg Berhalter is supposed to come back,
Yeah,
right?
he's supposed to come back.
Like the guy
all
who
that
got
mess.
after the whole thing with Reina and all that stuff, they hired him back because everybody wanted him back.
Right.
And Reina's like, "You okay? I guess my feelings don't matter."
Jorge, are you going to go on Sunday?
No,
Tickets aren't crazy expensive.
they're still not going.
Big stadium.
I'm good.
Lots of room.
Overrated.
Whoa! Whoa!
Ridiculous.
You know what though? Like,
Yeah.
is it going to be a good atmosphere?
Oh, it should be a great atmosphere, right?
Because there's going to be the chants and
There's
the.
always that.
Yeah, I want to go for the atmosphere. That's why I
but
really
it's
want to
gonna-
go.
I have been to a Gold Cup before when it was U.S. Mexico. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the atmosphere is great.
Super
Now,
fun.
will you actually watch the game? I think the game starts at 4:30. Are we going to? Is everybody watching the game tonight? Is it a thing?
Yeah, I mean, we can have it on the TV here. We're
Yeah.
not leaving until 7.
Oh, that's
You're not leaving
right.
till 7. Do I
Yeah,
have to
because
stay
we're
that
going
long?
to Bangkok. No, we're going to the LAFC game.
We're going to BMO.
Oh, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So we're going over there.
Because I have plans to go play catch with Tyler tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
So go play.
Yeah.
Jorge,
Yeah.
what do you win if you win the Gold Cup?
Oh, it's just a Gold Cup.
It's
a
a Gold
tournament.
Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, this doesn't get you into the World Cup or
No, it's not.
like
It's just
qualifying.
It's just a
or-
regional tournament kind of thing.
It's another one of
Yeah,
them.
it's another one cups. Just
Yeah.
a-
Does
They have
this
so
has
many
nothing
cups.
to do with the World Cup then? Like this doesn't get you one step closer to the World
No,
Cup?
but it gets you like as far as like international players to play together as you get closer to the World Cup. You get to see what kind of team you're forming.
Yeah.
So
Got
it's
it.
worthless.
Otherwise,
But you win the
I'm
World
just
Cup.
kidding.
Yeah.
otherwise today is a sports eclipse.
Yep.
There is nothing happening aside from these games
The ESPYs.
for the next 48 hours.
That was typically why we scheduled the ESPYs on this day.
Correct. By the way, weird thing about the ESPYs, writer strike,
I know.
no host,
No host.
and no stupid banter.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Oh, it's gonna fly. Because the worst thing is like the stupid band. The two people go up
I
there and then they
know.
make a little sketch together, and it's mostly lame. And this year, none of that.
None of it. Just going to get straight to it.
Not that I'm not supporting the writers 100%. And by the way, it's also SAG is probably going to go on strike tonight. It sounds like.
I know.
Yeah, so it's.
Do we have to go on strike?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't affect the after people, but it does
Okay.
affect SAG. of
I didn't know.
course,
I mean, I
actors.
know I get the emails and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to get to this thing that that everybody's been talking about, Momo, and that is Threads.
Yeah, I'm threading.
So Threads has now over 150 million people have downloaded the app. What's your experience so far of Threads?
I did it the first day it came out.
Yep.
I signed up. Let's see what I'm up to now.
Yeah, I want to see what
I
I'm
really
up to.
haven't done anything. I don't tweet anymore, and I don't really thread anymore. So
You don't tweet?
Not much. When I have a story or something, I do it. But I kind of stopped. Like, it just became such a toxic place that I just was like, eh.
See, what I think is, what I like about Threads is I got a chance to get in on the ground floor. So, I mean, I have 1,600 followers in a couple of days.
I guess I'm up to 8,400.
8,400?
Yeah.
See, you kick my ass.
But I had a lot of Instagram followers.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, okay, so let's think. So I have like 42,000 Instagram followers or something.
Yeah, I only have 18,000.
So let's the ratio. It's like, how many are you retaining from your Instagram? Because it's really just porting over your Instagram people.
Sure, it is.
Like, it's just, they follow you. If once they're on Threads, then you're on Threads, and
Yes.
we're all whatever. And I just haven't figured out, like, it just feels like an extra thing to do so far.
That's the problem. It feels like, and then I don't know, like if I put something on Threads, am I supposed to put the same thing on Twitter?
Yeah, you're
or
supposed to just like copy it and paste it. And I just feel like I'm double dipping. And
yeah, is that what you're supposed to do, Bergman?
I mean, I guess so. I don't really know. I mean, I don't have very many. I have 324 followers on Threads.
But have you used Threads at all?
I wrote one post.
Yeah?
One singular
What's it
post.
say? Pistachio?
It's, well, a lot of people mention the
Oh,
pistachio.
you should put it up just for the hell of it.
No, it said, all right, I gave in. Let's hope this here app takes out the other so I can go back to being in my one app bubble to check. That's what you decided to use as your first thread, huh, Greg? With a hand on my face emoji.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was it. And I don't want to do any more.
I don't think you're going to pick up many followers
No,
on that.
no.
thread.
And I'm totally fine with that because I can't do two.
It's hard to do two.
You know, the station has over 17,000 followers already.
Really?
Yeah.
By the way, not to
highest in the country.
Not to pump
For
myself,
sports radio
but,
station.
Yeah.
you can follow me on Threads at Venice Mace.
Nice.
M-A-S-E. Yeah.
I mean, I think I like. Here's what I think Threads is that people just really hate Twitter now.
They do.
And so it was this alternative that seemed viable. Because there's been lots of other alternatives. Like, I wanted to do Post and Mastodon and all that stuff, but it just was like, what even
But
is
this
that?
one is
And
real. The
this one's
Mastodon
real.
thing wasn't real.
Yeah.
This is 150
I don't
want to
waste my time setting up a whole Mastodon account.
What's
Like
the Blue Sky thing?
Blue Sky.
That's another one. That's the Jack Dorsey one who founded Twitter, and now he's starting his own Blue Sky. I don't have room.
Spill.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
that
just too
one.
many things.
There's
and
too
like,
many. Everybody's the real one is Threads because it's got 150 million
Cosmo.
people.
And also, you don't have to build all
Naming
your
names.
followers back up. Like, would I love to be able to port all my Twitter followers over there? That would be much more substantial.
Yeah, would.
Right? But like, you know, I think people just really hate Twitter now. Like, it just
They
really
do.
sucks. And so, but we can't get away from it yet until there's a viable alternative. And
here's
this
the-
feels like a viable alternative.
Here's the interesting thing. I think Threads is a nicer place than Twitter.
For now.
so
For
far.
my experience, the Threads people, it's just like one big group chat. Everybody's really friendly.
it?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't done a whole lot of interaction. Like honestly, Twitter's still kind of my news source. I still open it up, go to the search function, you know.
Do you think there's any chance the day will come where Threads is the thing for sports that Twitter is?
I hope so. I think it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Like, see, I still feel like I have to post in two places. And
Yeah, I
there's
do
going to
too.
come a point when if Threads gets big enough, you will not feel like that. You're like, oh, I can just put it on Threads.
Yeah. I think we're going to get there.
Yeah.
By the way, you can follow me on Threads at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E.
Culture Pop on Threads or no?
What's that?
The Culture Pop podcast on Threads?
Not yet.
No, you don't.
Not yet.
I don't think you can have video on Threads yet.
Yeah, no video and no hashtags so far.
You wanted my tweet. Or thread. What is your thread?
I've had some interesting threads. People
Were
have
they
really reacted.
interesting?
Yeah, they're interesting.
What do you think, Thread fans?
No, that's not what I
Call
said.
877.
Here's an interesting one. Oh, and actually, it's timely. Emmy nominations come out this week. What performance do you most want to see recognized with the nomination? And a lot of people responded to that. For
Did you
me,
respond to those people?
Alan Ruck from Succession, who did get nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Stephen Root from Barry, who did get nominated for Best Supporting Actor. John C. Reilly, unbelievably overlooked.
Yeah.
That is absolutely awful
great.
that he was not nominated for his performance as Dr. Jerry Buss in Winning Time.
Yeah. Did Winning Time get any noms?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it was taken all that seriously as a show.
It's a big thing for us. Now, I've watched season 2. Have you seen season 2
I haven't.
yet?
I guess I'm not on the list of getting the.
It's very, very good. I'm not
screeners.
allowed to say much about it, but it's very, very good.
Tell me what era.
It's we'll just say it's the Celtics era.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
80s.
Yeah. I'll get on the list. I'll get the stuff.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. It is excellent. All right, coming up next for you, the team that is signed up for Hard Knocks, and the word that is likely to be used at some point is ayahuasca. That's coming up next for you. Mason in Ireland, Momo in for John, 710 ESPN. Play-in song, walk-up song.
That is a real closer song.
Yes, it is. By the way, do you have a walk-up song for Friday?
Yeah, I was debating between 3, but I went with the original. My original is Center Field by John Fogerty.
That's a good one.
You know, that's like my baseball
That is
song.
your big baseball song.
The other one I used to like to go with in college was Start Me Up. I like that one by
Start Me Up
Stones.
is good, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think I was really torn on this one, but I really like I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller by Skee-Lo.
Okay.
You know, Wish I Was a Baller. That's a good walk-up song.
That's a really good walk-up song.
Yeah, but I went with Center Field.
Yeah, I like Center Field. I went with Young and Wild and Free.
I know, that's your song. Yeah.
We're just having fun. No one cares who sees.
Yeah, it's a good one.
What did you choose, Momo, for your
I went with Center Field.
Center Field? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
know.
a good
It
one.
Start Me Up is a good one though, because I used to lead off a lot, first, second, or ninth. Those were my spots in the batting order.
So today it's been announced, Momo. There you
Let's go.
Yeah,
I mean, this is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is your big song.
It's like goosebumps. This is what we play for spring training every year.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It's time.
It's good.
Let's go to Arizona.
I'm a little bit more Boys of Summer than I am center
I know you
field.
are. We've had this.
I like that moody Don Henley.
I know, but it's can understand.
Yeah.
Come on.
Which one's a better baseball song? Boys. Oh,
Oh.
this is so good.
So it's kind of a downer.
No, it's not.
I think center field
No, I
is
like
a better baseball song.
This
Yeah,
is a
this is
classic
like-
baseball. This is, by the way, I think this is one of the greatest records ever made.
It's a good record, but it's not a start me up. It's not a like let's go hit a homer. You know, it's
No,
not
but
like
this
let's
is-
get a rally
this is like-
started.
This
Doesn't
is
make
like
me think baseball.
Road. Nobody on the street.
Yeah.
Beach. Beach. Got the first line wrong. All right.
The first line.
First line wrong.
Yep.
All right. So, Momo, they've announced the team that will be part of Hard Knocks for this year.
Yeah, this was a no-brainer.
And it is going to be Team Drama,
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, and the New York Jets.
Excellent. And they do not want this.
They do not. And here's the reason. Last 14 seasons of Hard Knocks.
Uh-huh.
One playoff win.
Yeah.
14 years. All those teams, one playoff win.
Who was the team that got the win?
Don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not the internet.
Yeah.
But do you believe in the jinx?
No.
Oh, come on. This one's
It's
real.
not about the Hard Knocks. It's about the fact that Hard Knocks is picking a team that has potential conflict, or that is picking a team that has potential drama or an interesting storyline. And so because they pick those teams, that's why they end up not winning.
But if you were a team owner, would you want Hard Knocks following your team?
100%.
You would?
Yes.
Even though 14 years, one playoff win.
I would like to say that if you cannot handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Well, that's the last 14 years.
Yeah. So there's a reason why they're not winning. It's not Hard Knocks. It's because your team sucks. It's because your team is not good enough. Like, good teams don't get thrown off by a little extra media attention. It's not like Hard Knocks is really unearthing a bunch of scandals. This is like a league entity. Now, if you had like a unauthorized biography or whatever, it's not taking that much time out of their day to do a couple extra interviews. Most of the time, they follow around some third or fourth string receiver who's trying to make the team.
Yep.
But they're going to do some stuff with Aaron if he participates.
Oh,
I'm
you
sure
know
Robert.
he's going to participate.
100%.
This is the reason why they're putting
Yeah.
the Hard Knocks cameras there. I mean, they want to hear about darkness retreats and ayahuasca.
Yeah, I want to know all of it.
And whatever politics and, controversial vaccine, all the stuff that Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers does.
They want Robert Saleh. That he's going to be an interesting The coach is always the narrator.
Yeah.
There's always whether it's the head coach or there's some sort of charismatic assistant becomes like a big character.
Yeah.
I remember when the Raiders were on Hard Knocks, and I was thinking it was
How
going to
long
be
ago
great.
was the
It was Antonio Brown was the
Oh,
big story that
okay.
year, and whether he was going to report or when he was playing or what he was doing and blah blah. And they got. It wasn't like they really got much, but they got enough. And Gruden and his interaction, and it was like, as a Raider fan, I was like, huh. That was interesting. That whole backstage stuff that we want to see. And I hate this stuff about being afraid of attention. You cannot be afraid of attention.
But
you
you can't be afraid of attention, but you have to maintain focus.
Correct.
And sometimes attention means you lose your focus.
Yeah, but if that's enough to throw you off, you probably didn't have it in the first place.
Do you remember the year the Rams were on it?
Yeah, it was first year in LA. They were trying to build a fan base.
Oh, my God. The worst year.
Yeah, but I got to go. I remember when they went to what's his face's house, the old quarterback Jared Goff's house,
Yeah,
and I was like,
right.
that was interesting, seeing where he was living and
Now,
what he
he
was
wasn't
doing.
even playing at that point. It was Case Keenum.
Yeah, but they went to Jared's house, like talking about the expectations for him, and
Oh, my God. And Jeff Fisher.
yeah, and then there
Oh.
was Andrew Wentworth. We went to his house too. That was
Sure.
cool. I just like seeing all the behind the scenes things and humanizing all the players in the team. It's interesting.
I haven't watched Hard Knocks in years.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Ever since the Rams, I think
Bourbon,
that was
you
the
watch
last
Hard
one.
Knocks?
I will not watch Hard Knocks. It's a waste of time.
I mean, I'll follow the clips. Like if a great clip comes out with Aaron
We'll
Rodgers
play
saying
it
something
because
stupid or
that's what
weird,
we
we'll
do.
play it.
I also don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going to be as open and honest as he is on McAfee. I think he's going to just be subdued and he's just going to.
You think he's going to turtle?
I think he'll turtle because he doesn't want to talk about that stuff with anybody that he's not feeling comfortable with. I think the idea is for him to do that, but I don't think he's going to be that person.
Let me play something. As John would say, let me play something.
Did I
for
just sigh like Sedano?
You did. You gave us
Was it
Sedano's
a side of like, I don't like what you're saying, Greg, or a side like, that's interesting?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause he doesn't like it. when
let
he
me
sighs.
play something for you. Okay? So, Jorge, I don't have my sound machine today, but I want you to play the Devo Samuel thing. You say guys have to deal with attention. That's part of the job. You have to almost savor that attention, right? Mm-hmm. Here's Devo Samuel. Tell me if he's savoring.
Devo Samuel here with us. Well, something that is your call. I saw what you said about the Eagles back at the Super Bowl at Sirius, where if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, you guys would have won that game by double digits. Why would that have been the case?
I don't know. That's old.
So do you not still believe that?
I mean, I do, but I mean, we're not. That's like we're not gonna keep talking about it. I mean, I said what I said.
Gotcha. So then what happens this year when you play Philly on December 3rd?
I don't know. Just wait till week 13, 12, whatever week it is.
Well, then you know how that's going to go down. You're going into Philadelphia. Those fans are going to be booing you loud. You have a message for Eagles fans?
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
All right, we're good to go.
What do you mean? We have Debo on right now.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to head into camp right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're good to
Okay. Thank you. There you go.
Bye.
Debo Samuel right there.
Okay.
Doesn't want to answer a few questions.
So we're good to go, as in go off the phone
Now. Stop asking
go
him.
away from the interview.
Do you think he gave her the signal, or do you think she just
I
decided?
think he just handed her. Here, take the phone.
You think he did that,
I
or
do.
you think she jumped in?
No. I think the phone was handed to her.
So we actually have some experience with Devo Samuel on ESPN LA.
Really?
Yeah, he was on with Travis and Sliwa, and he was basically the same person.
As we just heard?
As we just heard, yeah. He did not want to play. He did not want to do it. He was a very, very bad interview. I think this is just Debo. He just doesn't want to suffer fools.
What was the context? Well, were those questions foolish?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No, but I think he just didn't want to answer them. He said it right from the beginning.
What was the context of Devo Samuel being on with Travis and Slee?
So it was something that Emily got. I think we might have some clips here. I'm going to try and see if I can find them. But we have some clips. He did not want to talk at all.
So he's just like, I don't... Well, why agree to the interview?
Yeah.
Why say, yeah, I'm going to do it and then not do the dance? That pisses me off. I mean,
I know.
seriously, you're there. It's the interviewer. It's the guest. You're doing a dance.
Like I get the whole, like we're talking about this all the time with Wembanyama, okay?
Yeah.
He's actually an interesting, articulate guy.
Yeah.
But he's going to go to San Antonio, and they're going to wrap him up in bubble wrap.
Yep.
And there will be an impenetrable wall there.
And there will also be a lot of load management.
Yeah. Do you know how many games he played last year? Total?
No.
In all games, competitions? 44.
44. So this is a big step up.
Yeah, they're not going to play him that much.
Yeah, I mean, San Antonio invented load management.
Exactly. I put the under over of him at 50.
So Jorge has some Devo Samuel.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay, let's
I
hear
say over under 50 is a good number.
Yeah.
All right, here's some Devo Samuel with Travis and Slee.
Why?
I mean, that is their best player on the offense right there.
That's it.
He was just really short,
Oh.
small. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
That's
Who
why he had to
booked
ask
him?
why, like to try and get him to give more. It was not good.
Yeah, not good. So that's probably...
You know what? It's just somebody who, like, I think in the NFL you could be a big enough, more exciting star to still be marketable when you're boring like that.
Yes.
It's not even boring. He just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, so why agree to it?
He probably
Or
had
is it
to.
mandatory?
It's probably mandatory.
Yeah.
Or they made him do it, or they thought he would be not so bad, or whatever.
By the way, that was from some guy hosting a radio show somewhere.
Can we get a little?
Philly.
Can I hear that again? That was pretty good.
What?
Devo Samuel here with us. Well, something that is your call. I saw what you said about the Eagles back at the Super Bowl at Sirius, where if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, you guys would have won that game by double digits. Why would that have been the case?
I don't know. That's old.
So do you not still believe that?
I mean, I do, but I mean, we're not. That's like we're not gonna keep talking about it. I mean, I said what I said.
Gotcha. So then what happens this year when you play Philly on December 3rd?
I don't know. Just wait till week 13, 12, whatever week it is.
Well, then you know how that's going to go down. You're going into Philadelphia. Those fans are going to be booing you loud. You have a message for Eagles fans?
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're right.
All
He
right,
did
we're
say
good to
something.
go.
He said, he was like, all right.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm done.
He was
We're ready to
trying
go.
to talk, and the host started talking over him, so he was like, that's it, I'm done. So the last he was like, hey.
So you think the host screwed it up, or do you think
towards
Devo's
the
just
end,
a bad guest?
Well, I think he's a bad guest, but also I think that he was trying to say something.
He
but
was
the host
also
kept
trying to make news. What do you have to say to the Philly fans
Yeah,
now?
but why agree to an interview with a Philadelphia radio host?
Yeah.
I mean, he said what he said. You know that question is coming.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things I can't stand is if you're going to talk the talk, you better back it up. You better, if you're going to be Dylan Brooks, you better stand behind what you say.
Yeah.
If you're going to be Draymond, you stand behind what you say. If you're
Yep.
going to talk trash, you're going to troll, you cannot get upset when people poke back at you.
Right, exactly. All right.
Come on, man.
Hey, you know what I love?
What?
Johnsonville, America's favorite sausage.
Oh, I like that too.
Oh, so good. And Friday night is our All-Star Friday night at the West Covina Sportsplex. Everybody is going to be there, the entire 710 family. Pressing the flesh, as Morales would say. Lots of food, games, drinks, giveaways, and more for you and your entire crew. And special thanks to Johnsonville, America's favorite sausage. Coming up next for you is What's Up, Fool? Bergman's going to throw some stuff at us. Momo's in for John, 710 ESPN.
The battle for playoff position. The battle for playoff position is on for LAFC.
Crosses in the middle, Baylor, goal! Ball don't lie!
And coming to downtown LA for the first time is first place St. Louis City.
Oh, boy, another shot, goal!
It's the reigning MLS Cup champs facing the top team in the West. Pre-game of LAFC and St. Louis City starts tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so Allen Iverson is going to present Dwayne Wade into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Cool. Which is a pretty cool person to have do that. So pick your sport and who you want to present you into the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Can be anybody. It doesn't have to be a baseball player or a basketball player, or an athlete. It can be anybody.
So probably for Mace it would be like broadcasting, right?
Well, no. Let's pick your sport. You are now going to be going into the Hall of Fame
Oh,
for
I'm
whatever
awesome at
sport you
something?
want. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you
I
want.
would say the hardest Hall of Fame to get into, it's easy to get into the basketball.
Yeah, easy. Not easy, but
Football's pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
But I would take the Baseball Hall of Fame.
That's cool.
You know, I've been to Cooperstown. I've seen the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's an amazing place. If you're a baseball fan and you've never been there,
Yeah, I'd wanna go.
It's incredible. So I would absolutely want to go in there. And you know who my choice would be? Nolan Ryan, who is one of my favorite baseball players of all time.
That's cool.
Actually, it's one of Ireland's favorite baseball
Yeah?
players of all time. I mean, he was just unreal in his
He really
career.
was.
He threw a no-hitter, I think, at 40. I mean, that guy was
Yeah.
just incredible. So I would take Nolan Ryan to
cool.
introduce me to the Hall of Fame.
I like that.
What about you?
It's really interesting because I covered basketball my whole career.
That's right.
Right? And they have a writer's wing in the basketball, and like
you could get in there.
I could maybe like if I keep doing it a really long
like
time.
Doris Burke is in there, right?
Yeah, a lot of the writers, but you have to really do it. It's kind of a career achievement. You got to be doing it for a long time.
Yeah, you're not. You're
I'm not,
at the beginning of your career.
Yeah,
you have not. No, you are like a jet rocket taking off.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Straight
to the top.
I think we're just, cruising altitude right
along,
now.
Yeah.
Cruising
little
altitude.
plateau.
Yeah, we are cruising at 10,000 feet. But I do without what I can't even. I don't think like that. Like, do I want to get into that Hall of Fame? That would
I
be
think
really
about
cool.
it all the time.
I know you do. But if I were, like, if one day I could, have some longevity in the business, it would 1,000% be Jackie Mack.
Oh, she'd be awesome.
That would be like cooler than even getting into the Hall of Fame.
I love her.
That's
And
my
she knows
girl.
you personally too. Yeah.
I know, that's my girl. Like, she's. Do you know how she's doing it right? Like, she just retired at 62 or something. I don't know how old she was, 61 or something.
Good for her.
She just retired early. Every time I call her or text her now, she's like, "Hey, I'm in Costa Rica. Hey, I'm taking a trip to Spain. I'm gonna go visit my daughter in Colorado." I mean, like, she's just. That's like life goals right there.
Yeah, no,
right?
that's incredible.
Retire early, go on vacation everywhere.
Beautiful.
Be in good enough shape to. I'm going on a bicycle trip through Costa Rica or whatever. I don't know, everywhere. She's awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah, and she didn't look back 1 second. She's just hanging with her kids and enjoying life.
Nice,
It's awesome.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Bergman, what about you?
So I would want to be in the Football Hall of Fame because it is the most difficult.
It is the
one
most
to get.
difficult. Yeah.
Also,
By the way, it's the most confusing way to get in.
it's very confusing, and it's like one person per position per year, and it's like a whole bunch of Tim Brown took forever.
Yeah.
To get in,
That's
because
true.
Because
The receiver thing.
Yeah, because
They
you
got
can
cool
only take
jackets
the one
in that one.
receiver. Yeah, the
Cool
gold
jacket, the yellow
yeah.
jacket. It's like, is it
All that's
camel
the
or
gold.
yellow?
I think it's gold. isn't it?
Gold?
Yeah.
It's not quite gold. It's sort
Right.
of
Whatever
in
color it
between.
is. It's just
whatever
super
color it
cool.
is.
I mean, I get into things like that.
Yeah, it's like,
But I'd
it's
want
like
Tim,
a mustard.
It's
I'd
a
want-
mustard. It is a mustard jacket.
Yeah, I would want Tim Brown to actually,
But like more like
introduce me.
Dijon mustard and not
Okay, so
yellow
Tim
mustard.
Brown.
Tim-
not to get distracted.
Tim Brown would be the guy because of how long it took him. He was a Raider. He's my favorite Raider.
Yeah.
What about you, Jorge?
Soccer Hall of Fame. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Is there a soccer Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm thinking.
There's not a soccer
No,
Hall
I
of
don't
Fame?
think
It's sort of
so.
a decentralized sport.
Yeah, I think.
Well, yeah,
just
it's got to be an international Hall of
something, yeah.
Fame,
National
right?
Soccer Hall of
Yeah.
Fame. $5 Wednesday tickets.
Oh, nice. $5.
You know what?
It's like going to a
I
Clippers
totally
game.
take this back. I
It's
want to
in
go in a
Dallas.
totally different Hall of Fame. Let's get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's really good.
That's a good one.
Sure.
Well, that'd be fun. That would
And
mean
get
that we
Snoop
would.
to present me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way
That's a
more
much better.
fun.
Yeah, good one.
Way
Okay.
more fun.
What's up, Foo?
All right, so my brother is doing something to me that it's very frustrating, and I don't understand how it keeps happening. So he is probably once every 2 to 3 weeks will pocket dial me over and over
Over and over?
I have a
again.
friend who does this. And
But
get
I-
4-minute voicemails of
I
him
don't
at
understand.
some store.
I don't understand how it happens because I don't remember the last time I pocket dialed anybody.
No.
The iPhones, when it's locked, it's locked.
So
That's all you're here for 4 minutes, right?
It's like totally. You're like, what the hell?
So
Okay.
how does this happen? I don't understand. When was the last time you pocket dialed?
I don't
somebody?
think you know what? I think the older you are, the more likely you are to
Yeah.
butt dial somebody. Like
He's 43.
I
I'll
pocket
get,
dialed.
I'll get calls from my
42.
mom randomly, and
Yeah.
here's the dilemma is, so you get butt dialed,
Yep.
you can hear
them
the
talking.
people on the other line having a conversation. Do you keep listening, or do you hang up?
Okay, I'm going to do the part where I name names.
Okay. Yeah.
About 5 years ago,
Yeah.
I got a pocket dial from Rich Paul.
Ooh.
I was like, huh.
Wow.
Like, I was like, I'm always going to try to take Rich Paul's call if he's calling me.
Sure.
Of course. And he was like showing some office. Like, I think he was like entertaining a client or something, like kind of meeting with a client. Like, he
Yeah.
was like clearly in some, and this is where, it must have been the new offices at UTA or something like
Right,
that.
right.
And so it wasn't just a straight up, like, phone in somebody's pocket. Like, something was happening.
So you could actually hear
Yeah, I
a
could
conversation.
hear a whole conversation. I didn't know who it was, and I'm going to tell the truth. I listened for about 10 or 15 seconds, and then I hung up.
Yeah, I don't want to know what they're talking about.
It was long enough for me to figure out it was a pocket dial.
It's a huge invasion of privacy, and I'm against it. Plus, I I always say I want to know what people think about me. I really don't.
Yeah.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I
Yeah.
don't want to know. And I don't want to hear on a butt dial somebody talking crap about me.
See, okay, so this is where you're a strange human being, Mason.
Okay.
So we this right here. This is it.
Is the reason.
Because we have questions like, if you were invisible, would you want to listen to people's conversations? You're like, yeah, I want to listen to all the conversations.
bosses.
And now you're saying when you get a pocket dial, you don't want to hear the conversation.
So you don't want to know what Sedano said about you last week?
Oh, now he does.
Oh, I want to know what he said
What did
about
he
you
say
last
about me
week.
Totally messing with you.
You see his face change?
Yeah, he looked. He was like,
angry harangue. Yeah. No, I don't want to listen. And by the way, part of it is the only person who butt dials me regularly is my mom.
Yeah.
And I really don't know. I think it would be an invasion of privacy to know. And what if she says something about me and it's not complimentary?
Isn't that what you want?
No.
Yeah.
No?
I don't want that from my mom.
Not from your mom.
No,
Listen to
not
me a
from
lot.
my
I
mom.
call my mom a lot, and then Laura for some reason. I have a contacts list
Yeah.
of just your people that you call regularly.
Yeah.
And it just whoever's on that list.
Yeah.
It's just the
I
dial.
Do you
have,
call Laura?
Sometimes I'm like, hey, that was a butt dial, and she'll text me, was that a butt dial? I was like, yeah. But
yeah. But it's not usually your butt.
Oh, it
It's
could be
usually
in
when you swipe
pocket,
open your
yeah.
phone and you accidentally call, and that's when you can catch the accidental dial quickly. It's the one where it's just rustling around in your pocket. That's the one that's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right.
What's up,
What's up, foos? Okay, so Kansas QB Jalen Daniels has a chain that plays his highlights in it. I sent you guys a video of this. It's a Cuban link chain.
Okay.
And he's got something that looks like an Apple Watch that displays his highlights. You know, when you watch the video, he talks about how these highlights are, brought me to, this position that I'm in right now.
Okay, got it.
So
I'm looking
if you
at
could
it.
wear one of those chains, what would the occasion be, and what would you be playing in the video?
So it's an enormous chain.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Very chunky. It's like a little TV screen. Well, the Mandy Awards is like the best place, right? Mm-hmm. If you could get one of those for the Mandy Awards,
The mace plant playing all day
the
on
mace
that
plant
over and over.
or the trot in the underwear, or any of
The
that
underwear may be better
stuff. Maybe better than the mace
than
plant.
the mace plant? I don't know. Momo? What's better? Mace plant or underwear trot?
Mace plant.
Underwear trot.
Nobody needs to see the underwear trot again.
Yeah, no, it's true.
We
Like
saw it
once
enough
I've
of the
seen
Mandy's.
it,
I saw it
I'm
live.
good.
Yeah, no, you guys saw
The
it live,
mace plant
exactly.
will live in infamy.
The mace plant probably is it. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
it's an unbelievable.
It really
I
is.
know.
Yeah, I mean, it's an accomplishment.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did you get up and fall down again?
Well, I was scooting along.
I know.
Yeah. Everybody's
Scooting
seen it by
along.
now. I was scooting along, trying to catch Corey Maggette.
Remember that one guy who made the poster of every frame from the mace
Yes,
plant?
I do
Yeah.
remember that.
man.
Thank you.
That was Casper Villa, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Casper Villa. Yeah.
And you wonder if people are going to show up wearing a Falcon outfit.
Falcon
He
outfit!
says he's going to, by the way.
Oh,
course.
does he, Casper?
So he posted a picture in the
Of
in the Mason
100%.
Ireland Mafia.
How many? Let's put the over under on how many Falcons show up. I'm going to say
I mean,
5.
I don't think there'll be 5 Falcons.
I'll go under.
Yeah,
You
I'll
go under?
Yeah, I'll go under too.
But he's in a chicken costume.
I'm
going
gonna
to
say over.
Fest.
I'm gonna, what do I get if I win? How much? What do I get if I put 5,000 mythical money dollars on more than 5 Falcons?
More than 5
I'd
Falcons?
say the odds are pretty. I'd
What
say
are
10
my
to
odds?
1.
3 to 1.
10 to 1. I want 10. I want 10.
Jorge, you're the deciding vote.
Let's do 3. I'm with you, man.
8 to 1. 8 to 1. Give me 8.
No, apparently it's 3.
5 is as high as I'll go.
All right,
5 to 1.
5
Okay.
Falcons.
I'll take it.
If you're
I'll take
just
it.
tuning in, by the way, the Team Mace
I want a lot of Falcons out there, guys.
has got a new nickname. It's the Team Mace Falcons because, of
And
course,
every time we score a run, we play the sound.
correct.
Yes.
And I'm looking for somebody, since our nickname is the Falcon. You think 5 people dressed as Falcons are going to show up? I will be
I
grateful.
went to the Mandy Awards. People are into it.
I will be grateful if 1 Falcon shows up to be the mascot of the game.
At
And
least
by the
5.
way, if you're the Falcon and you're the mascot of the game, you're allowed to go out on the field and do like a routine during the game.
Like
No,
it
you're
doesn't,
not allowed to go
and
on
it
the
doesn't
field.
have
You're
to
like
be
the
like
San Diego
full on
Chicken.
Halloween costume San Diego chicken. Like I just need to see some effort made to look like a falcon.
You don't get to make these rules.
Why don't you? You don't think the San Diego
Okay,
Chicken will
let's
make?
say
for-
Momo wins the bet and there's 18 Falcons.
There's gonna
You
be a
want
lot of
18
Falcons.
in the middle of the game going
flock.
out and doing.
Yes,
It's our flock.
I want a flock.
Yeah,
Flock of
flock of Falcons. Yeah.
You know what we could do also? We could have the flock of falcons go out to distract them and create like a flock delay.
Oh, sure. The other
Six
thing.
guys shirtless, Falcon, spelled out Falcon.
Yes.
Oh, see, that's amazing.
That's a great idea.
That's a better one because you don't because actually it's gonna be hot.
It's going to be hot. So.
I mean, if somebody just puts a beak on, I'm good with that being a falcon.
And by the way, we own the rights. Team Ace owns the rights to this.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah?
can see that on the
The
radio.
choo-choo.
I like it.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but the radio, nobody can
The
see.
choo-choo thing that the Dodgers
is that
do.
a come on ride the train?
It's. I think. Don't you think
choo-
that's a
choo
train
rabbit.
choo-choo?
Yeah.
We own the rights to that.
Yeah.
You don't own the rights to anything.
Bought the rights to it.
I'm going to do it every time I get a hit.
Screw you.
Well, you can have the
Yeah, me
Gibson
too.
fist bump. You
Oh,
want the
yeah.
Gibson?
Oh yeah, you go ahead. You know
We got the train, and you got the Gibson.
You know what
I'll do the
Bergman's
unforbidden sign.
You know what Bergman's nickname is?
What?
Bergman the Butcher. He is the worst fielder. He made
Oh, There was yeah,
the
he was.
worst error last
One
year.
Bad
Brutal.
play.
Brutal.
You're making it sound like it's
Bergman the Butcher.
You're just looking for something. It was out of play. It was in foul territory. It didn't change the game
You know what?
at all.
You got hands of stone.
I just missed the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
not
the
even gonna
truth
deny
the truth is none of us are very good.
No, we're all really
I
bad.
used to be good.
We're all screwing around.
I used to be not anymore. Let's see.
All right, Bergman, do you got?
It's 2:58. We
Oh,
need
it's
to go to break.
2:58.
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
need to go to break.
Wow.
All right, so we will
What's
let you
up,
know
fool? How did
that
that
What's
happen?
Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. Gives you the more, just the right more for those everyday moments with great friends that call for more. All right, we are all planning for Shohei Ohtani to wear Dodger blue next year, right?
Yes.
But he's given hope to another team.
Oh, gosh.
I will tell you which one that is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPY.
Meanwhile, sitting in for John today is Momo, Ramona Shelburne. Momo's getting ready for All-Star Friday night. That's right. We all know how much our fan base loves Momo. You could hear it at the Mandy's. You want to come on out and meet Momo? Friday night, the West Covina Sportsplex. We go be there. Festivities start at 10 a.m. Go all day long. Bring lawn chairs. Bring sunscreen. Bring your own cooler of water if you want. There'll be plenty of food, drinks, games to play, and of course, all of your 710 family. So make plans to be with us Friday at the West Covina Sportsplex. Plus, tonight, Mason and Corporate Greg are going to be pressing the flesh, along with Jacob Emrani, for the LAFC Sweet Night. Look at that. Let's get to it. Mason and Ireland with Momo, your Wednesday afternoon right now.
3 o'clock. I'm excited for tonight. This is the first time out to BMO Stadium. Actually, it'll be the first time I've been to the stadium since it got changed its name to BMO.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
Bank Money.
I think it's Montreal.
Oh, really?
Bank Money.
Yeah, it's I have it. Hold on.
Bank Money. It's Bank Money.
Bank Money.
Bank Money.
Bank Money Opportunity.
A Bank Money Opportunity. There you go. BMO Stadium. By the way, Friday night's going to be so exciting. You know what I like about this job, Momo?
What's that?
It's great to sit
Bank
here.
of Montreal.
Thank you. It's great to sit here and shoot the you-know-what all day, right? It's a great gig. But what I really like is going out to appearances and meet the people that are out there listening all the time. So, like tonight, bunch of listeners at Bank of California or at BMO Stadium for LAFC and
Why is it
Jacob
called
Sweet.
Bank of Montreal Stadium? I'm sorry, I'm like tangent
They paid
girl
a lot
today.
of money.
They bought it.
I know, but like Montreal, what are they doing down here?
You know what? That is a question for
there's some here,
CNBC.
too.
Like for whatever their marketing department they decide. Anyway,
Yeah. So
just I'm tangential today.
very tangential.
Super.
It's like crypto.com.
Yeah.
It
Paid
is.
for it.
So
Yeah, but that makes sense.
But
from a
I
business
okay.
perspective.
Let's cut off. I know.
We're having our own conversation
I know.
here.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. When Momo's here, you
I
start
know.
having a conversation with Greg. I'm
I
trying to
know.
run the show.
You're right.
I'm the ringleader. Look at me.
You turn and have conversations with Jorge.
Correct.
You have a
but
conversation with
I
me.
have conversations with both of you at the same time.
Right.
So I'm not all of a sudden having a conversation with Jorge that doesn't include
It's part
Momo.
of the charm.
Yeah, it's not charming.
Go ahead.
I
Not
found it
charming at
amusing.
all.
Go ahead.
So Friday night is another opportunity to hang out with us. Actually, all day on Friday
Yep.
at the West Covina Sportsplex. Momo will be there. She will be playing left field
Yeah.
for Team Mace. And it is the biggest party of the summer, a chance to schmooze with you guys, hang out with you guys. It's made possible by the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Riverside Sheriff Service above self. We'll see you Friday night in West Covina at the West Covina
You
Sportsplex.
still sticking with 9 players on each team?
Well, they've got 11, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Why
So,
do they
we'll probably have an extra.
I do
at
have
least a few.
Henrik from Barbecues Galore on my team.
Yes, you
It's
do.
not just a barbecue aisle, it's a barbecue store.
It's true.
It's the only place I'd ever buy a barbecue.
We'll probably have a 4th outfielder.
Okay.
Yeah, we need 4.
We do need 4.
I mean, unless you want it to be a lot of runs.
No, we do not.
I don't want to be chasing all those out there.
So, a question for you.
More
There's a place in my neighborhood. I don't want to give the exact. Well,
All right.
I think you'll probably figure it
Figure
out
it
if
out.
you know this place. It is a frozen yogurt / poke shop.
Oh, poke's
Weird.
delicious.
Okay.
I love.
Yeah, but those two things don't go
Okay.
together.
So when you go
Sure.
to this place,
Let me have some creamy pokey.
you can
Well,
get
I mean,
either
they're not
poke
together.
or frozen yogurt
Right.
or both.
Together, like in the same.
Not in the same thing.
Right.
It's just like I'm going to go there for poke for dinner and frozen yogurt for dessert.
Yeah.
Great.
Served
I'm all
in the
in.
same place.
We got a
Yeah.
place out in Northridge like this. They got burgers and sushi.
Okay.
that's weird.
It's kind of
Yeah.
good, though.
I don't know about the sushi
like
and the
King's
burger
or
place.
something.
I can't-
It's kinda
I can't do the
good.
burger and the sushi.
I'm telling you, like, people will be like, hey, where do you get good sushi in the Valley? I'm like, there's this burger place.
Yeah, right. That's weird.
It's super weird. Like, those two things don't go together. However, I could see you have a nice poke dinner,
The tempura shrimp.
and
is
then
going in the oil
afterwards
where
feel
the
like,
French fries
I could go for some frozen yogurt.
Yeah, sure.
That
right?
could happen.
So all in one shot?
But if you ordered it all at once, the yogurt would melt before
Correct. So you want to separate that. Yeah.
No, poke and frozen yogurt, absolutely.
Bergman,
all in.
what are we doing tonight? We got time. Time between now and
Yeah.
Well, you usually like to go see a movie, but if you want to go grab a bite, we
Yeah,
can do
I
that.
was thinking Katsuya tonight.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, I love katsuya.
Okay, yeah, I'm all for that.
Using the corp card?
What time do I go up? Do I show up?
You want to show up?
Well, you invited Bergman, not me.
Yeah,
fool.
I know.
Well, you're not hanging out all day, getting ready
What do
for.
you mean? I'm going to. You don't see me decked out?
Oh, you're going too?
Yeah,
well,
but I'm
then
not going
come
with
to
you guys.
Katsuya
Absolutely
with us.
come.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm
yeah,
not
you're
going with you guys.
invited.
What? Hey, why not?
You could have a little softball practice before.
No, not happening. So last night, if you were watching the All-Star game, you heard a huge chant. Come to Seattle.
Yeah, I heard it.
It was when Ohtani
Yeah.
came to the plate, and Seattle very welcoming. Now, what's interesting is afterwards, Shohei had this to say about Seattle. Every time I come here, the fans are passionate. I've actually spent a couple of off seasons in Seattle.
Whoa.
I like the city. It's good.
Whoa.
he spent a couple of off seasons in Seattle.
Whoa.
Is that not a
that's
warning
tripping
sign?
me out.
From the very beginning, one of my thoughts of where he could go was Seattle. It has a great Asian community. I thought Ichiro was up there. There was a couple of other guys that were like the pitcher. I can't think of his name right now. That was really good. Was up there.
Yeah.
Like they have a.
I was
think
like,
Kurt
yep.
Suzuki, I think, was up there for a little while. But it's a really good spot for him. It's the Dodgers, the Giants, and.
But when's the last time the Mariners won?
They're actually not bad. They're kind of coming back. J-Rod's
I know,
pretty
and they
good.
got J-Rod.
They have J-Rod.
I
Yeah.
know,
They're going to get
it's
better,
good.
but
But
that's
if
a
he-
really
yeah,
good
but to
spot
spend
for him.
off seasons there,
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. If he's staying there for off seasons,
like he's not going back to Japan in between.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Boy,
a
the
lot of
Dodgers
NBA players
have saved all this money for
Oh, come-
Shohei
yeah.
Ohtani. And if he winds up in Seattle, what a disaster. What a disaster.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
I wouldn't call it a disaster. Go ahead.
If we don't get Ohtani,
No, I would be extremely disappointed.
we tried to cut our payroll dramatically. We played a bunch of kids who weren't necessarily
We
ready.
assume that's the reason why they were doing that.
Well,
but
I think it's been well reported.
I don't think it's been reported, has it?
Yeah. Has it
That
been-
was the reason?
Yeah. Oh, it's
Okay,
absolutely
well, great.
been well reported.
I mean, look, it would suck if you didn't. But I think if he went up to Seattle, I would understand, and I wouldn't call that one a disaster. If he went to the Giants, I would call it a disaster.
well, that is just
That's
like-
a disaster.
That's the end of the world.
Yes.
I don't want to exaggerate, but that's the end of the world if he goes to the Giants. How awful would that be?
or the Padres.
Yeah, I don't think the Padres are kind of in seller mode.
Yeah, they
may trade.
They're like the
Soto.
Mets.
They may trade Blake Snell.
Yeah. Well, Blake Snell's not very good.
No, well, he can't. You know,
He's
can
been
give you
really
good
six
for like
good
4 innings.
6.
Yeah.
He gives you 6 innings, then you
Yeah.
pull him, even if he's thrown a no hitter. One thing I wanted to ask you about:
Yeah.
Christian Wood, Bismack Biyombo. There's a spot on the Lakers roster, number 14 spot. They're looking for a big. What are you hearing?
Everything I know about Darvin Ham says he wants somebody to play defense.
Biyombo,
Christian Wood can score, but he's not good defensively.
bad defensively.
And I don't think they need more scoring.
Yeah.
They're fine, that department.
So do you think they'll sign him?
Sounds like he, or maybe a Tristan Thompson even. Like Tristan was good for them.
Yeah, no. Tristan actually came in that playoff game.
I don't know how much of a market there is for Tristan outside the Lakers, though. So they could try somebody in that role. It could be a young guy, and Wenyon Gabriel. He played a lot last year,
Right.
Like I would look somebody for a defensive-minded big. So Biyombo is a good
Biyombo's
name.
a good name. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much will Biyombo cost? Not very much, right?
Minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah, veterans minimum. I
That's a
think,
good. That's a
probably
good.
for him.
pickup.
Yeah, Wenyon. I mean, look, Wenyon is still out there, right?
Yeah, Wenyon's out there.
He's not much of a defender,
I've
though, is he?
actually, yeah,
He gives them different looks. He's just not big. Like,
Did he sign somewhere else? He's not on the roster presently. Did he
I
sign
think
somewhere else?
they think Jackson Hayes can be that Dwight Howard guy.
I
like
Jackson.
That was a good signing. He's a young former lottery pick, not all that long ago. So he's kind of your developmental guy. They got a bunch of guys in this 23 to 27-year-old range now that are interesting.
Imagine that 2 years ago they were in the 36 to 38
Yeah.
range, and now they're in the low 20s.
Yeah,
It's
done
great.
good.
Have you watched Summer League?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Not too much. I was gone over
You
the
watch the
weekend.
Lakers at all?
No.
Apparently Max Christie's been really good.
Yeah.
Does Max Christie have a role?
Yeah, he does. He'll be a rotation player this year.
He'll be a rotation player.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what he said last night to Jovan Buha. He says, I can't say that I think I'm a rotation player after a few games because it's Summer League. I still have a lot to prove. You think he can be a
Good
rotation
answer, yeah.
player?
The coaching staff loves him. I think they need him to be a rotation player this year. They lost Lonnie Walker. They lost some of the guys ahead of him. So they need him to play. He's a young player through their development system. I don't know. For me, Summer League is interesting for guys that you think are going to play.
Yeah.
I pay attention. I was watching Wemby, and Brandon Miller, the top lottery pick guys, just because you want to see him a little bit.
Sure.
But I find Summer League used to be something that you really watched very closely, and now I think it's just the first weekend people watch, like for the general population, right?
Right.
And I'm like more into the. What teams are doing.
I don't watch a lot of Summer League.
Yeah.
I
should watch more,
Wemby
but I just
Friday
haven't
night.
done by this point.
Yeah.
I'm into news reporter mode.
Bergman, have you looked at any Lakers Summer League?
I've watched a little bit of it.
What's
Not
your
a
scouting
ton.
report on Max Christie?
I mean, he's looked really good. He's from what I've seen, he's passed the ball really well. He's gotten to the middle of the top of the key really well, and he's gotten to the free throw line. And I think he's been playing really very, very well. I just don't know if he's going to make it into the roster.
Rotation.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
looking for.
rotation.
He's going to have to play his way there.
He's got to play his way, and I think he knows that too, which is nice. But I mean, he's still young. I don't
Very
expect him
young.
to be some massive overhaul of the position, but
Yeah.
he's looked good.
Okay. Well, he seems. Well, he didn't say I'm a rotation player. He said it's not for him to say.
Right. I mean, last year he played some when people were injured.
That's a big yawn, Momo.
Sorry.
Is it really? Are you?
No, it's fine.
Are you dragging?
No.
Because people on the YouTube can see it.
I'm sorry.
When you yawn.
It was just one.
It's so Ireland.
I know it was Ireland. Honestly, I got plenty of sleep. I'm fine.
Hey, John, wake up.
Wake
Pay
up!
attention.
But no, John doesn't just yawn.
No.
John goes,
No, his eyes get very heavy.
heavy. No, I think I'm just a little sore.
Lock
from,
in! Come on! Come on!
I think I'm sore from my batting cage
From your
experience.
batting cage, yeah.
I'm stretching my arm out.
Yeah. All right, so coming up next for you, Momo.
Yeah.
For the price of $300,000, you can soon do something that George Jetson did all the time.
Whoa.
That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The battle for playoff position is on for LAFC.
Crosses in the middle, Baylor, goal! Ball don't lie!
And coming to downtown LA for the first time is first place St. Louis City.
Oh, boy, another shot, goal!
It's the reigning MLS Cup champs facing the top team in the West. Pre-game of LAFC and St. Louis City starts tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
And hold the phone. The sun
There's
came
Momo's
out
playoff song for Friday night.
We're born again.
All-Star Friday night, powered by Pick Your Part. Looking to hit a grand slam? Sell your vehicle for cash today with Pick Your Part. Call 800-962-2277 and let Pick Your Part be your MVP. Make a prediction, Momo. Who will the MVP of Friday night's All-Star Friday night be? It's obviously going to be somebody from Team Mace.
Yeah. I'm going to go. No, see, he's
Oh, yeah,
he's
Matt
on the
Burke
other
is
team.
on the other team.
Matt
Look
Burke
at him.
has shouted himself out.
Matt Burke is all about
Let's
Matt
go. Let's go with George Sedano.
George Sedano.
Let's go
for
with Sedano.
MVP. I like
you know,
that.
He's the he seems fast.
Yeah, he's batting second and playing second base.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be able to hit a little bit. I don't think he's gonna be a home run guy, but he seems like he's gonna get on base a lot and do a lot of things.
Yeah. I'm going Travis Rogers.
It's T-Raj.
T-Raj.
Yeah.
Going deep.
Got a little pop.
That's what I'm
Who on
talking
your
about.
team would you be most disappointed in if they were bad?
Shaflander.
I'm
Shaflander?
Yeah,
Shaflander,
you put a lot on him.
I took with the 5th overall pick. If and that's based on you telling me Shaflander
I was
can
not
play.
on a team at that point. when
That
I
was
said
your
that, by the way.
scouting report. Was take Shaflander.
Shaflander does have a strong arm. I'm assuming he can hit too, but I don't know.
I also would be disappointed if Andy Kamenetsky, the funny one, is bad in center field.
Oh, yeah.
See, I think that one could be possible.
I'd be
Yeah.
disappointed if I sucked.
Yeah, I've got you in left field. You're going to see a lot of action.
I know. I'm a little nervous. It's okay.
So anyway, last night I'm watching the Channel 1. Do you ever watch the Channel 1?
Yeah, that's the default.
Yeah, that's it.
Like whenever I switch from streaming to cable, that's what comes on.
That's what comes up.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch it? I
little
actually
bit.
really like Kelvin
Me too.
Washington
Yeah.
is on Channel 1.
Yeah, but it takes me a while to flip the channel from there. Yeah.
So they have a regular show on there called LA Stories.
Okay.
And it's hosted by Giselle Fernandez.
All right.
And she interviews like well-known Angelinos about their life and their origins and all that stuff. So I'm wondering why Giselle has not called me for LA Stories. Now, I don't want to campaign for it because that would be
give me an
embarrassing.
example of some people who have been on.
But virtually everybody you can think of.
Pat
From
Harvey.
Magic Johnson to Pat Harvey to everybody. I'm like the last one on the list. You would be a good LA story for Giselle.
Yeah, but I mean, you should be before me.
Yeah, I'm not campaigning for it, by the way. This is just an observation that I haven't been on it. I'm not saying please put me on it because I'm not that kind of guy.
Does Giselle listen?
I don't know. I know Kelvin does.
Yeah,
Kelvin does. Nikki K does.
Yeah.
I like Nikki K.
Yeah, she's cool.
All right, so
I know Cappy thinks that everybody listens, so Giselle listens.
Giselle must listen. So
Well,
I don't have the Seinfeld today. I'm jumping around a little bit, but hit that. I tease this.
I like that you made a point of getting that one in there.
Yeah, I like Giselle Fernandez. I'm a huge, huge fan.
Yeah.
So there has been an official approval, Momo.
Yep.
For a flying car created by SpaceX.
Oh.
Aleph Aeronautics is already taking pre-orders for the car that will start at $300,000. The car is expected to be available in just 2 years.
No.
Now, Momo, are you interested in a flying car?
Absolutely not.
I am so into it. I'm so completely into it.
Where are you going to drive?
To work every day.
Above everybody.
Above
I'm
everyone?
right over the 10.
Normally
I'm stuck on the 10. No, I fly over the 10.
But do you have to stick to like some highways? And
Airways?
Yeah, whatever we're gonna call them. You have to fly over the airways, and
You
like
just got to dodge the birds.
You got to dodge birds, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because they have a whole thing called air traffic control.
But you're below air traffic control.
Still, if there's
You're
more
not-
than like 10
You're
people
not
with
in
these
you're
air
not in
cars,
the clouds. You're like just above.
well, you're not gonna see people coming.
Sure, you are. How
Is it
will
gonna
you
be a
not see
self-driving air car?
It's not self-driving. You have to drive.
Because
this
like
one.
even helicopters have air traffic control.
You
Like
hit
you
three
can't
birds.
just you can't just take off in a helicopter and just go wherever you want.
I think it's a brilliant idea, and I'd be the first to try
I
all
know
this
you would.
technology. Like for example, there's
Who's gonna host the show after you crash?
there's a
I mean, come on, like
There
this is
is-
scary.
so they keep
Those are the birds you
they keep playing the boom boom boom. You know what boom 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 is? Momo, do you know what boom 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 is?
Is it people? Is it airplanes hitting birds?
No. Well, that's what Jorge just said it was. No, it's actually a few times when I've driven into the parking lot. They have those white
Yeah.
sort of cone things, and I'm a little less than completely observant, and I hit a few of them. Boom, boom, boom.
I get it. The other day I hit the
Only
curb
three.
outside
I've never
my.
hit more than 3.
Have you ever hit the curb in front of your driveway?
Of course.
Just like missed that.
Oh yeah.
Just miscalculated a little.
I'm not a good driver. I've been very clear about that on the show.
Why the hell would you want to fly in a flying car?
I'm not good. Well, I'm not.
I mean,
not
do these
a great
flying cars?
driver.
You think you could just drive as the crow flies?
Yes, correct.
Like as the crow flies from Venice.
As the crow flies from Venice to
You don't have
LA
to fly
Live.
above a road or anything like that. What if everybody drove as the crow flies?
Well,
But you don't want to be over a road because when he falls, you're hitting other cars.
You fall into people's houses.
Yeah.
This is only the beginning, by the way.
Never really thought this through.
This is only the beginning.
Is there going to be like cops that regulate this?
The time will come when there are flying cars and there is a way to devise lanes and that sort of stuff in the air.
You want to go before they find that time.
I want to be there first.
So you predict the Jetsons.
Yeah, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
I want George. And I also want Rosie the robot cleaning up at the house.
Yeah, I would like that too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rosie
I'm
the
down for
robot's
Rosie.
great.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Until she,
Skynet.
turns
Oh,
something
right,
into
until
a gun
she-
and takes it
until-
over. Takes you over.
Hit you with the broom.
You guys are so paranoid about Skynet. You saw one movie and now you think that's
You're
the way the
basing
world's
it off
So
of
going
a
to
what,
be.
movie.
what
It's
else?
just-
So this flying car, tell me what it's going to do. Do they have any rules? Any plans? Is
See,
Elon
the company
involved?
is aimed to produce the first flying car, both street driving and vertical. Oh, so it can drive on the street too, and vertical takeoff capabilities.
Oh.
So in other words, it can take off like this directly
Okay,
off the
straight
ground.
up.
Straight up, which is cool. Buyers can pay a $150 deposit to join the
$150. Okay.
general queue.
Just flush that.
So far, about 440 people have made paid deposits in the last 3 months.
Okay. And I just want to know the rules of the road.
Well, you'll be the only one in the sky. If you're there first, you're there first.
Even if there's 10 people flying these things, you're going to crash into each other.
How do you feel about self-driving cars?
Not at all.
Totally into it.
Totally not.
100% in.
Like the people who type this in, self-driving cars plus acceptable risk.
Okay, let me put
It's a whole
this in.
theory that with the self-driving cars, there is an acceptable risk of a certain amount of fatalities. I'm like, yep, not down for that.
Driving. Okay, so this I find interesting, and it's a comparison. 91% of all accidents are caused by human error.
You can say all that to me. I still feel like if I'm going to get in an accident, I want it to be my fault or somebody else's fault, not the car's fault.
I trust a computer more than I trust me.
Oh, I definitely understand that.
Well, we don't need roads.
Yeah.
There you go.
You want Doc Brown out there with the goggles and the hair.
It's
and
finally
let's go.
happening. Finally happening. All right, Momo, are you going on a shopping spree today?
Sure.
I've got. You are?
Is it like Amazon Prime Day still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did last night. I was like, what am I doing? Why am I buying all this stuff?
Plus, I'm very disappointed in college students because they're breaking an important rule. That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. It's the All-Star Friday night. We're going to see you there from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the West Covina Sportsplex, brother. And let me tell you something. This year, I'm hitting home runs, not giving them up.
The number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's up, people? You know what I'm excited about?
What's that?
Shadano's going to be here in a little while.
You get excited when he comes in the studio?
I'm excited today because he is bringing a gift box from the Green Cross in Torrance.
Oh.
Which Chris over there has been great to us. So I will get to sample some of the wares from the Green Cross in Torrance. Yeah. So this is disappointing to me, Momo.
Yep.
You went to Stanford.
I did.
Okay. Answer this directly.
Yep.
And completely.
Look right into your eyes.
Did you ever cheat on anything?
Never.
Okay, now ask me the same question.
Steve Mason, you went to Bowling Green.
Yes.
Did you ever cheat on anything?
No.
Yeah, I never cheated.
Bergman.
I would tell you if I did.
You went to CU for 18 months.
18 months is a little long, but yeah.
Did you? Did you ever cheat?
Ish. I mean, you got to go to class to cheat, but I have cheated.
You have cheated?
How did you cheat?
In high school, I cheated a lot.
Like how?
I would look at other people's papers. I would.
Oh, yeah?
I would get it on my hand.
You would write on your hand?
Wow.
So I had this one way of doing it. I probably shouldn't say that.
I know, please. I want to know.
What's the way?
Go ahead, share the secrets. Come on.
So, like on your water bottles,
Kids, pay attention.
The inside, don't pay attention. The inside of the water bottle, you write answers on the inside, like the paper on the water bottle.
Oh.
And then you re-stick it back on. And
You're
you
a total schemer.
Oh man, no, I did.
It takes a lot of
everything I
effort.
could.
Why don't you just study?
All I could.
Jorge,
because that took time.
I know that did take time.
In school,
This
did
is
you
why I was
cheat,
not good
Jorge?
in
Of
school.
course.
Like
Yeah.
how?
Okay, so you know radio. When I started radio classes,
Yeah.
I earned so many lunches and helping people pass their midterms or whatever. We had the reel-to-reel machines.
Yep.
And some people couldn't cut and splice.
Oh,
at the
I was
right
a good
spot.
cutter
I
and
was a good
splicer,
splicer
yeah.
and cutter. So I earned so many lunches and so many people passed their midterm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like cheating though? You're helping. I guess
That
you were helping
doesn't-
people.
You're helping some
I
other
helped
people, right?
I helped people study for.
Did you
tests.
help people cheat?
No.
Yeah, I did.
But I help
never
people study.
Help people cheat.
Oh, you ever have those TI-83 calculators?
I have no idea what that is.
I do.
Oh yeah, the TI-83 calculators. You could put answers in. Things.
Really?
Oh,
And then,
you
yeah,
could?
it was like a phone back then. It was basically the same thing. You could put like notes, and you were able to put all the
I
answers
didn't
in.
have that.
Oh yeah, we gambled on that thing. It was great.
So
Is that
according,
what they learned at Calabasas High?
Yes, that's exactly what we did at Cal.
I was
People
like,
lost people lost hundreds of dollars gambling on AC Doocy on the TI-83 calculator.
that sentence just feels like word salad to me. I have
I
no
don't know
idea
what you're
AC
talking
that
Doocy
is.
when you have to guess whether so you have like two cards and you have to guess the next card is going to be in between. So if there's a 2 and a king, you'd say, "Oh, it's going to be in the middle." And if it ends up being an ace, you lose the money in the middle. Like it's a fun game.
We hung out with a whole different crowd in high
Yeah,
school.
no, you were playing.
I was a different yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
buy some calculators
Did a lot
and
of
gamble
stuff.
within the show.
Yeah. Okay. So according to the Wall Street
can.
Journal, you know I was going somewhere here. According to the Wall Street Journal,
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation.
You eventually get there.
67% of current college students say they have cheated. Wow. Acknowledge they have cheated in an anonymous survey.
So what does cheating mean? Is it just ChatGPT?
ChatGPT is definitely one of the ways
Yeah.
they're cheating. And so far, they've only caught 4% of students who've used ChatGPT to write their papers.
The
It's
New York
very
Times
hard to
Daily
figure it out.
did a whole podcast on it. I think it was a week or two ago.
Right.
And it was all about people using ChatGPT to cheat for college and professors and how they catch them, and there's these sort of signs of like something may seem a little
patterns.
Yeah,
and...
but it's really hard. Like the professor was like, I've kind of gotten better at figuring out how people are cheating.
Right.
But it's still hard because you can. But a lot of times, if you're a good cheater, you use ChatGPT to do the work for you, and then you kind of put it in your own voice.
Right.
Kind of change just enough.
Change just enough. Exactly. Now, I would never do that. I don't
Yeah, you
think.
would.
No. I don't
On
think.
a college
If I was a
test?
college student today,
I
don't think
tried
I
it.
don't. I would not turn in a paper that was written by ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Would you?
No way.
Nah, no.
No, I'm a writer.
I was a good writer.
Yeah.
I was an excellent writer.
I'd be better than ChatGPT.
People said I was a super good writer.
I might use.
You use it that way, the
Yeah.
super good writer.
Super good writer.
He's a super good writer.
But like you would use ChatGPT for research, maybe, and then you would
Correct.
find a way to like it would just be a faster. Back when we were in school, Maze, the internet was not the internet.
When I was in school, the internet wasn't anywhere.
A thing.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
when was I in school? 87.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a computer when I
Yeah.
was going to college.
You had
No.
to read it in the books.
Yeah, no, old fashioned. I
I
had
mean,
to go
I
to
do
a
think
library.
ChatGPT is kind of efficient. It's more efficient research sometimes.
Yes.
I don't think that's cheating. Is more efficient research just to to take the next step from Google and whatever. But you still have to read what ChatGPT spits out. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
dial-up.
I got this
Me
sound,
too.
the dial-up sound.
Yeah.
You have to unplug your phone and plug in this. Oh, man.
Yeah. Did you have
Oh.
dial-up? You guys had dial-up?
Definitely.
Absolutely, at dial-up. And then when your mom would pick up the phone to make a phone
Oh,
call, you're
yeah.
like, God, you just knocked me off the internet, Mom.
Yeah.
Net zero.
You know what I
Net
love?
zero.
I love when people have an AOL address.
Oh yeah.
Every time someone gives me an AOL address when they win, I'm like, really sticking to that, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean, I always get a laugh out of an AOL address.
Well, how do
like
you even
generally
get to it
speaking,
anymore?
older people have
Yeah.
AOL addresses because they didn't switch to Gmail or Yahoo or one of those ones.
How do you even get
Hotmail?
to it anymore?
Hotmail. Nobody uses
I
that
had
either.
a Hotmail account.
I had
Jorge
one
does.
too. Are you on Hotmail?
Oh, for sure.
How do you still get it?
I don't know.
What is the
it still works.
I had a Hotmail account, and my first so embarrassing. My first email account was Ramona Dog at
Ramona Dog.
D-O
There's
double
a new
G.
nickname.
Oh no, double G.
Mason and Ramona Dog coming up next.
Oh, Ramona Dog.
That's so embarrassing.
Double
Why
G.
did I ever think that was cool?
D-O double
I
G
don't
over
know.
there.
Why did you ever think it was smart to mention it on the air, Ramona Dog? What made you say, "Oh, they'll leave this alone"? I'm just
gonna.
You've got mail.
yeah,
I just go for it. Why not?
yeah, Ramona Dog,
Whatever.
2 G's,
Double G.
double G. I love that.
And
Random computer sounds.
Well, this is AOL sound. This is
You've got mail.
Yeah, that is.
That was the most exciting thing that
Oh,
could happen to
it
you, by the way.
Because you know you had a connection.
I know.
Yes.
You know you were connected.
Exactly.
You were on the web.
Yeah.
You got through a certain point, like, oh yeah, and then it goes,
Yeah.
you've got mail. Like, oh, I actually got people. Are
It was a
sending me
big
stuff.
deal when I went to New York. It was '99, and I got a T1 line
Oh.
in my apartment.
That was a thing back in the
That
day.
was a thing. So I avoided dial-up. I had a T1 line,
Uh-huh.
and man, I was good on the internet. Ireland made fun of me because in 1998, I bought SteveMason.com.
I think it's great.
And Ireland was like, this thing, what is this new thing you're doing? What is internet? I don't get what's
So you
going
bought
on.
SteveMason.com, but you don't really go by Steve Mason. You go by Venice Mace.
Correct. I'm sure. Yeah, you're right.
It does have all your Culture Pop podcast stuff.
Yeah,
on
all
there.
my Culture Pop podcasts and my daily and the show is there too.
I see Mason. Oh yeah, I mean Culture Pop podcast is first.
Yeah,
and then Mason Island show when it should be opposite. But you know,
Yeah.
Alphabetical order.
You mentioned the Culture Pop podcast. You brought it up.
I totally with me.
You totally
You
brought
and
it up.
Sue Kalinsky.
So if you haven't signed up for our YouTube channel, go to Culture Pop Podcast.
Everything's
or
on
go
YouTube
to
now.
YouTube and sign up Culture Pop Podcast.
Do you make more by getting streaming views? You get ads on that?
It's apparently easier to get money. I'm
Yeah.
not at that
That's
level.
what I've heard.
I don't know how many subscribers we have. Like 1,200 subscribers.
Because
or something
I
like
get
that.
so like nowadays everybody, if they call for it, will you do my podcast? I used to just say, oh yeah, okay, I'll do your podcast. Now it's like I always have to be on YouTube, and can't just do it while I'm driving someplace.
Oh, the interviews are
Ugh.
now on YouTube. Yeah,
I have to put some makeup on and brush my hair and stuff. I don't want to do that.
yeah.
I just want to keep it on the phone.
So you have on here, it says, in 2019, Steve established the Culture Pop podcast with stand-up comic Sue Kalinsky. Since 2004, Steve has co-hosted Mason Ireland, the #1 rated sports radio show in Los Angeles. It doesn't say with John Ireland and producer Jorge and corporate Greg. It just says you,
dude.
But it says you and Sue Kalinsky
Right.
in the Culture
She
Pop
got a
podcast.
name check.
Yeah, she got a name check.
Yeah,
Ireland
but
didn't get a name check?
Ireland didn't get one.
Well,
Jorge
he gets
didn't
it
get one.
within
I
Mason
didn't
and
get
Ireland,
one.
I guess.
Jorge didn't get one.
No.
But I'm not complaining.
I'm just
complaining,
pointing.
exactly.
I'm just pointing out.
Okay, so this is a weird thing. Most by far, Culture Pop podcast listeners are in the United States. But it is really weird what country is second. It's not one you would ever guess.
Singapore.
Philippines.
Bangladesh.
Oh.
Whoa.
There are so many listeners in Bangladesh.
Wow.
And I'm wondering, what the hell happened in Bangladesh that everybody's listening to the Culture Pop podcast?
Sure, they're actually listening. Are you looking at the download time?
I'm looking at the
It's not
downloads.
bots or anything.
No. I'm looking at the downloads.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Weird.
Must like American cinema.
Must. All right, it's your game today, Momo.
Yeah,
what do you
it's a
got
good one.
cooking?
So the National League won the All-Star game for the first time since 2012.
Yeah.
So my questions are all about things that happened in 2012.
Okay.
It's not bad.
That's a very good game.
Yeah.
We will do that coming up next. Who from the afternoon show is going to play?
Possibly Sedano, but I'm going to ask Cappy.
Okay. Possibly Shadano,
he said
otherwise
possibly.
Cappy.
I'm just gonna
Somebody's
ask
going to
Cappy.
do it. Game of Games is coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 7:10 ESPN. All right, if you want to see Sliwa get a good ass kicking in a softball game, you want to be at the West Covina Sportsplex Friday, July the 14th. I'm telling you, I have put together a team for the ages. Sliwa doesn't know what's going to hit him.
ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Now, Cappy is there. Cappy, welcome. Yep. And Shadano's in the elevator. What should I do, Bergman? Should I wait? Should I kill him?
You can stall, or you can just go ahead and start. And
Cappy, are we good for the 28th?
Oh, you're great. I'm not. I mean, I got it. Hey, Bergie.
Yeah.
I need a favor, man.
Are you asking for the day off?
I have to entertain Mason and Juan at Del Mar on the 28th.
I love how you're doing this on the air. Really
Yeah,
putting
this
me
is
on
good.
The spot
It's the
right
only
here.
chance I have of getting it off is to do it on the air and put you on the spot.
That's fine. Let's see. Oh my God, we have so many people off that day already.
So what's one more?
If you are off, then the only regular host that day will be John Ireland.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's irregular.
That would be so.
John
Andy
Ireland
Kamenetsky,
Radio.
DeMarco Farr, Ramona, and somebody in for Sedano.
So is that a
Sedano.
yes or a no?
I'm gonna say no for right
Oh,
now.
God.
Okay, but that's only for now, Mace.
Only for now. It can change.
Let's
Exactly.
see who goes into that slot.
Shadano has arrived.
Hey,
Shadano.
What's going on, man?
I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
Excellent. So we're going to do a little game of games, then we'll BS a little bit.
I'm pretty proud of this one.
Yeah, Momo's
Okay.
excited
Momo's
about
game.
this game.
It's a good
Yeah.
one.
Momo.
I think it's a good one.
Cappy and Shadano playing.
Okay, so the premise of this is things that happened in 2012, the last time the National League won the All-Star game.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, last night finally they broke the streak, and so 2012 trivia it is.
Excellent.
It is I will keep score, and it is multiple choice, so we all have a chance.
Got it.
Okay?
All right.
America went crazy for the K-pop song Gangnam Style. What was the name of the artist who performed that song? A. Boonam, B. Psy, or C. Motai? First one up, Mace.
Psy.
Sedano.
Psy.
Greg.
Psy.
Jorge.
What was the first option?
It
playing
is
it, Psy.
Boonam, Psy, or
Psy.
Motai.
Psy.
Psy. Cappy.
Gabby?
I'm trying to decide if this is where I go for the big win right here.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I got Psy.
All right, it's
Yeah,
all
there
Psy.
you go.
Y'all got that one.
Everybody got
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. I didn't
Yeah, I
know
know
that.
that.
Jeez,
Gangnam
I thought I was
Style.
making it hard.
It's Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
a big,
All right.
big song.
Usain Bolt won the 100 meters in an Olympic record at the 2012 Olympics. Which American sprinter finished third? Is it A, Justin Gatlin, B, Ryan Bailey, or C, Tyson Gay? Sedano's up first.
Oh, God, this one is tough. I'm going to say Gay.
All right. Greg.
It's either him. I think it was Gatlin.
Gatlin or Gay was the one
Yeah,
I was
those
going
are
to
the
go
two
with.
I'm
Yeah.
going Gatlin.
Okay, Jorge.
I'm going Gatlin.
All right.
I'm going Gatlin.
All right, and Cappy.
I'm going to go gay.
It is Justin Gatlin.
Damn it.
Did you get that one?
It was clean.
Did you get that
Sure.
drop?
Oh, is that clean? That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's why I said I'm going to say Gay.
Yeah.
Okay, who said I'm laughing too hard and I forgot who
Cappy's,
said what.
I'm going to go gay.
Who got that one right?
Everybody but me and Cabby.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
That's great.
We are very mature around
Very.
here, aren't we?
It's summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
On December 21st, thousands of people gathered for what this ancient civilization expected to be a doomsday event. Was it A, the Aztecs, B, the Apaches, or C, the Mayans? First up, Greg.
Mayans.
Jorge.
The Mayans.
Mace.
Mayans.
George.
Mayans.
And Cappy.
All right, Mayans, forget it.
Yeah, it's the Mayans. All right, too easy.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I went to that.
I was going to ask you the
You
name
went to
of
the
it.
you went to the event?
I got tickets on.
We were all going to die?
I got tickets on StubHub.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to make it the name of the event, but it was way too hard.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
pre-SoFi, Mace.
All right,
It
this
was.
one.
You're right.
Jennifer Lawrence had a star-making turn as Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games. What was the name of the country with 12 districts that used to be the United States? Is that A, Globos, B, Naxos, or C, Panem? First up is Jorge.
I'll go with B.
Naxos. Mace.
Panem.
Sedano.
Naxos.
Cabby.
Panem.
And Bergman.
Yeah, Panem.
The answer is Panem. Naxos is a Greek island.
Nice.
I'm going to go gay.
There it is.
Okay,
Nice job,
so Mason did not get that right.
I got
Jorge.
that right,
Did
yeah.
you say Panem?
I said Panem.
Who said Naxos?
I did.
And Jorge did.
Sedano and okay.
But everyone
got
else
it.
said
Everyone else had Panem.
Okay.
I kind of know these.
I barely remember that movie.
I mean, I remember 2012 pretty
I do,
well.
yeah, but
I
not
was
the-
in,
not
I was
the
in
movie.
high school, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Freshman, as
All
a
right.
matter of fact.
Yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus played Vice President Selena Meyer in the show Veep, which debuted in 2012.
Yeah.
What was the name of the president who, incidentally, was never seen in the 7 seasons of the show? Was it A, Stuart Hughes, B, Thomas Bryant, or C, James Hodgkins? Okay, who's up first? It is, I think we're back to May. Oh, no, we're up to Cappy.
A.
Stuart Hughes. Okay. Then we go back to Mace.
The third one is
James Hodgkins.
James Hodgkins, I'll go.
Okay. Sedano.
Sedano.
I'm going to go Hodgkins.
Yep. And Greg.
Hodgkins.
And Jorge.
I'll go with Brian.
The answer is Stuart Hughes.
Nobody
Wow,
got it.
Cappy.
Cappy got
Cappy got it.
Yeah.
Got that.
Wow.
Nice
All right.
work.
So we have Mason with 4, Jorge with 3, Sedano with 2, Greg with 4, and Cappy with 4.
I
Oh,
thought
so
that-
Mason,
Ball
did you
game.
cup or do you have a hickey?
I cupped. Yeah. Do I have some Big Cup much?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Did he get a hickey?
Okay.
Hickey's so old school.
We have 2 left.
Yes.
All right.
In contrast to his other Olympics appearances, Michael Phelps did not start off the London Olympics with a medal. He finished 4th in the 400-meter individual medley, the first time he had missed out on any medal since 2000. Which of these swimmers finished ahead of him? Is it A, Ryan Lochte, C, Chad Lacrosse, or C, Thomas Fraser Holmes? This one goes back to Mace.
I will say Ryan Lochte.
All right, Sedano.
Lochte? It's the only one I know. So.
Greg?
See, Mason goes to all these. I was going to go somewhere else, but I'm going to go Lochte.
All right, Jorge?
Lochte.
And Cappy.
Should I go for the win here?
Go for it.
Do it.
Do it.
I got Lochte.
It's Lochte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually at that race.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Wow.
It's good you didn't say that when you answered.
I know.
All right, this is the decider, okay?
Yep.
Lena Dunham became a star by creating and starring in the show Girls
Hate
in
that show.
2012.
Sorry,
What
never saw it.
college did her character Hannah Horvath go to?
Okay.
Is it A, NYU, B, Williams, or C, Oberlin? This one goes to Sedano.
NYU.
Bergman?
I never saw this.
I never saw the show, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Not really your demo.
No, not so much.
Dudes didn't watch
Although I
Girls.
watched Sex in the City.
Yeah, I did
It's
too.
not my demo.
Emily
Yeah.
loves
Yeah.
this show. I'm going to go with Oberlin.
Okay.
What was
Jorge.
this last one?
NYU, Williams, or Oberlin?
I'll go Williams.
With what?
Williams.
Okay. And Cappy?
I'm also going with Williams.
And Steve Mason.
Third one for Williams.
All right. The correct answer is Oberlin College.
Wow, Bergman.
Is that a W? Is that a W?
Bergman!
Is it over? Did he win?
Did anyone else say Oberlin?
I was the only one.
I did.
Then
No, you did not.
Yeah,
You
I
said
did.
Williams.
No, you
Williams.
didn't, Cappy.
I'm going
the
to go
correct
Jay.
answer is Oberlin
So
College.
Bergman won?
Bergman won.
Hey,
if you
I'll
want,
take the W.
Do you want the tiebreaker?
Yeah, do the tiebreaker just for fun.
Barack
Sure.
Obama beat Mitt Romney by how many electoral votes? What was Barack Obama's electoral vote count?
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know.
You take a guess?
Yeah, just go ahead. Go.
325.
All right.
What was his total?
Total.
Oh, his total.
2012 versus Romney.
Yeah.
Political nerds know this.
I'll say 314.
Okay. Keep going. Greg?
326.
Okay. Jorge?
312.
And Cappy.
327.
Oh, Cappy wins that
Cappy!
one. It's 332.
Nice.
Nice job, Cappy.
Way to
That
go,
was the right
Cappy.
move.
That was good.
You know what you win for that, Cappy?
Nothing.
Tell me. Nothing.
I mean, it
Not
was
a
the
damn
tiebreaker
thing.
of a game that Greg won.
yeah,
Yeah.
not a thing. You get
Okay.
nothing for that.
Zippo.
that was a
He didn't
good
even
game.
get a dub.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Didn't
was
even
a
get
good
second
game.
place.
So we were going to go to Cappy and I were going to go to the track on the 28th, but Bergman will not let Cappy take the day
I
off.
said for now. Everybody's
Wow.
off. There's only one other person that's on right now.
all right. It's
John
all right.
Ireland and Cappy are the
So
only
can-
two regular hosts.
So
on
can
that
you
day.
go through the lineup that day as it stands right now?
Do you want me to? I can.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So
No,
on from 10 to 1 is going to be on Travis and Sliwa is Andy Kamenetsky and DeMarco Farr.
The
Good show.
funny one,
The
and
funny
DeMarco.
show.
Yeah.
It's a good
then
show.
On Mason and Ireland from 1 to 4 is Ramona Shelburne and John Ireland.
Excellent
So
broadcast.
that's a fun show.
It's a good
and
show.
then 4 to 7 is on the Sedano and Cap show is TBD and Scott Kaplan.
There you go.
Okay, well, TBD's
Oh.
great. I love that guy.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah,
Kaplan
that's our
guy's
top one.
horrible.
Yeah,
horrible.
he is horrible.
Horrible. Why don't-
Horrible.
Can we not get Beto and the Big CY? That's a great show.
That's a great show. Beto and the Big CY.
If Lindsay wants to go and ask, she's listening at some point, I'm sure, saying if she wants to see if they both can do it. you
Well, I
can
feel
have
like
a
the
day.
Big CY is a little busy right now, so I mean.
Oh, right. He's doing the red carpet today.
Right.
Are
Oh,
we?
that's right.
You,
Is he
why
really?
aren't you guys doing the red carpet?
We did it one year, remember? Me and Key and LZ.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ireland and I used to do it.
I feel like the ESPYs was a thing back then.
Right, this was like 2016 or 17.
You know, I used to go every year, and now it's like, oh, it's the ESPYs today?
Yeah, I
Not a
completely
thing, huh?
forgot. Yeah.
Wait a second, Mace. Did I
It's
hear you
also
say
not
earlier
here now. It's in
Did you hear me
Right.
say earlier?
that there's no host for the show?
That
There's
is
no-
correct.
So how do you have any idea how this show is supposed to go tonight?
It's hostless. It's host
They'll
free.
just go with random people giving out the awards.
Giving
and
out the
doing
awards.
and reading the monologues.
And they won't do that stupid banter thing because there are no writers.
Right.
There's
Nobody's
no
going to write
monologue?
stuff for
There-
anybody.
Well, there's no writers.
There's
Yeah.
a lot
There's no,
of
like, Jimmy
pre-produced
Kimmel?
stories. There's a lot of like
Yeah.
the feature unit will find some like at least 5
Well, they're good at
inspirational
that stuff.
stories.
Yeah, they're great.
They
at
couldn't
that
get a comedian like Dave Chappelle to go up there and do 10 minutes of
No,
stand-up? and
because
then
he's
just-
part of the Writers Guild.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what part of that didn't you understand when we said that the first time?
The Writers Guild is on strike, so you can't write stuff.
Sorry,
Well,
Cappy,
that's-
Beto's out.
Oh, really?
He's in Orlando for boxing.
We're down to the big
Yeah,
CY.
this is why you got to put in your dates early.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but in
Sedano
this
gives them all like 6 months in advance.
right. But in this case,
Mason
this
does
is
it
a
like 3 months.
I'm ready to
in
give you
advance.
Christmas time, too, if you want. The holidays, I'm ready.
Holidays.
Yeah.
this is just Mace saying, "Hey, we're coming down on the 28th to go to Del Mar. Can you be there?" And he knows that I'm on the air from 4 to 7.
Why
and
don't
I
you
know.
set up your Comrex from Del Mar?
Now, very, very doable,
Yeah.
but not the same as
Not
hanging
fun.
out.
Okay, so let's pick a different day.
There you go.
Yeah,
See?
we'll pick a
Look at
different
that.
day,
See?
one that
Mace-
works, a weekend day, something like that.
Would you have ever thought you'd be more adult than anyone at this radio station?
No.
I mean, it has come to the day where
But
he is more childlike than you.
He
Who?
is childlike. Yeah.
You.
Why?
You're a child.
What do you mean?
Oh, I can't have the day off even though I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Stand
Bergman?
back for a Sedano harangue.
I know.
God
move,
bless.
move back.
If you can get Lindsay to fill both slots with a good show, then
You know, if I were working that day, I would just do it myself. I don't care, but I'm not
guy.
working that day.
Yeah.
All right. Who else do we have? Who else do we have available?
But you
to
want to
us?
just, who's, Brian Kamenetsky.
Why don't
Okay.
you
You
pick
don't
up?
even know if CY is available.
no, we don't know if CY
No,
is
no.
available.
But
Yeah.
but we know that BK could potentially be available.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Okay, well, we'll work out the schedule.
Who
Yeah,
else?
how about we just do that some other time and not
Some-
on the air?
And maybe,
Some of
and
the
maybe like
stuff.
Not good
somebody
radio?
who dresses as the
Jesus,
Falcon
who
will be
cares?
available.
Oh, yeah, did you hear about this?
What happened?
Okay.
Schafflander was talking stuff when I
bet
walked
he's
out of the.
available.
Schafflander's apparently pretty good.
Well, he said, first of all, he told me he lost his keys down the elevator shaft and they were able to get it for him.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
That happens?
No way.
Yeah.
Who drops their
How would you
keys
do
down
that?
an elevator shaft?
How do you
Here, in this elevator.
That's
like
crazy.
do the really small crack?
What was
Yeah.
he like? Was he like flicking his keys
It
around
just
like on his
dropped and it
finger?
went right through the
Right
hole.
through
Just
the
like
hole.
one
Wow.
key?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
How long
it
did it
all
take?
slid right through.
How long was the recovery effort?
I didn't ask because I was trying to run in here to do a game of games, but
They
then,
sent a crew down.
then he said,
Oh my God, that's a waste of resources.
He said, I heard they've been talking a lot of smack about our team. And I said, yeah, it's fine. And then he said, we'll show them, and I said, yeah, we'll be fine. I'm not worried about us.
So we now have a team nickname. Did you hear that?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, the Falcons.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
what that was. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
Nice.
Beto and I did a little fielding today.
Yeah. Oh, did you really?
I did. I bought a new glove and it's all dirty now.
Yeah, you're at second base. You're going to see some.
All dirty.
You're going to see some action at
is
so
second
have
base.
you gone to the cages yet?
So they were closed. We went to Wilson Park in Torrance and they were closed this morning for whatever reason.
So I went to
I'm
the
not really worried
cages
about the
yesterday.
hitting part of it, though.
How'd it go, Ramona?
It was okay. The thing is, it's been 5 years since I legitimately swung a bat.
It's been 10 since I've played anything like
Yeah.
any resembling softball or baseball.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't play last year.
No.
So this is your first time back.
No, but I felt like I did okay on the field, which is really where I was more worried about, like in the sense of I haven't played in 10 years. But Beto was hitting them right at me, or right around me, and I was snatching most
Hang
things
on
up.
1 second as we start Super Crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
I'm going to go gay.
Wow.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. Cappy and I, by the way, singing the national anthem on Friday night.
That's cool.
Together?
Yeah, together.
Is it a cappella style?
It is a cappella.
So
Like
look,
you're going
we-
to trade verses? or
I have it in my calendar as Mason's stuff.
Mason Stuff is going to be here tomorrow
Yeah.
from Chris
I
at the
forgot.
Green Cross in
Sorry.
Torrance.
Oh, speaking of stuff, Mace.
I had his care package, and I forgot it again in the closet.
Come on, Georgie. Come on.
I'm sorry, dude. It wasn't the first thing on my mind.
I mean, maybe
It was the first thing on mine.
maybe that green
You should've
cross is
texted
why
me.
you forgot it.
Yeah.
You know.
So-
Mace.
Yeah.
Wasn't in the calendar.
You Hey King'd me yesterday.
I did.
Oh, it's coming, buddy.
No, is it?
Oh, it's coming in a
Because
big
a lot
way.
of people on Twitter think the Hey King thing is going to not pay off again
Oh,
with you.
dude.
I mean, it
told
rarely
you.
does.
I told
If
you.
we're being honest.
I told you I was coming through for you, Mace.
I want some of them Sunday swagger shirts.
So what happens is he's going to come through the one time,
Yep.
and then he won't come through for the other 7, and then he'll be like, but remember that one time.
You know what? If he does this one, I won't ask for a while.
Yeah.
Now, may somebody...
Remember those Viore pants you wanted?
Oh, yeah. I'm still waiting for the Viore
Viore.
pants.
Now, hold on a second. I have told Mason a million times.
Yeah.
Give me your order, and I will make the order for you, but he doesn't do it. So now I'm taking the heat.
You know
for
what you
not
want? You want a size, what, medium or large?
Right, but
large black joggers.
But this started from,
Okay?
I
That's what he
got
wants.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll get you some stuff to then give me your order.
Give
He's
me your
making
order.
you do
Okay,
more work.
put it in right
Yeah.
now. You want one
No,
pair
no,
of large
George.
black joggers.
George, you can't.
Is that what you want?
You can't.
Why?
You can't
I
expect
don't
me
That's
to
what
do
they
all
are.
the work. I mean,
You offered to do the work.
no. I offered to get him a significant discount. I didn't offer to.
Right,
Oh,
and I
wait,
tried to
changing
get the
now.
discount, and they said no. I even dropped your name, and they were like, "Who's
No,
that?"
You
Who do you
tried
even
to
call?
use-
Like, he
you
has
tried to
internet,
use-
you know?
Yeah, you tried to use my email. For
Yep.
some reason, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Happy
usually a
to.
code, not an email.
No, I'm happy to do it for you, Mace. But I can't pick out the clothes for you. You tell me what you want.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Believe me, you're gonna get a full friggin' shopping list tonight.
Okay,
there
very
you go.
good.
Yeah,
Very
and
good.
then
Now-
what's
now
the
I'm
deal
gonna-
on Sunday Swagger? That's
now-
the stuff I'm looking for.
That's coming. That has been. It's in motion right now. But I would like to ask you for a small favor.
Anything,
Because-
anything for you, Cappy.
Now, George, you heard that, right?
Oh, boy.
Anything for me.
Most anything for you.
Yeah.
Momo, you
Just
heard that?
about
heard
anything
it.
for you.
Just about anything.
Almost anything.
Anything within this man's power.
Yes. What do you want?
I want your seats at SoFi for Taylor Swift
Oh, come on. For
Oh,
some
my God.
Sunday swagger?
That's
Get
ridiculous.
out of here.
and Viore
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
and
Cappy.
Del Mar.
No, well, Del Mar, but Cappy, that's ridiculous.
Well, wait, are you going?
Yeah, I am.
What
Okay,
day
but
are you
wait a
going?
second.
I'm
can you
going
not,
the one they just added.
can you not
Okay, I
get
did
extra
August 4th.
tickets for like any of the other shows that you are
They're
your
sold
seats?
out.
They're sold out,
I
man.
know, but come on, you spent all that
No,
money on a
it's-
PSL.
No, it's like $1,500
Should I
a
call
ticket.
Kev? Do I call Kev? Is that like my next move?
Look, you do not have a relationship where you can call Kevin Demoff Kev. Only I have that
I
relationship.
feel like I can do that.
Yeah.
You definitely always do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that Taylor Swift is off the table, huh?
Off the table completely.
Almost anything. I'll do almost anything for you.
Except
almost
that.
anything
Yeah.
except
Except
Taylor
the
Swift.
impossible.
Good luck. I mean, if anything, if anyone deserved Taylor Swift tickets around here from you, it would be Emily.
Emily, yeah.
You're
She's
not
got
even
it.
first in line there.
Yeah, no, not at all. So, did you see the Taylor? Oh,
Wait, real quick. I'd love to Ramona to grade Cappy's third base prowess on the ESPN Los Angeles Twitter page since you
Okay.
played.
Did you look at it?
Pac-12
Let's see.
softball. I mean, it's on there right now.
Yep.
They just posted it within the hour.
Oh, did they post it? Oh, I haven't seen.
So I'd love to
All right,
see
let's
what
look.
Ramona thinks about his technique
Yeah.
fielding at third base.
I've not seen this train wreck yet.
Take a look.
You guys have a lot of defense on your team.
Yeah.
You've got,
I also
Oh,
Butcher-
get your butt down.
Butcher
I know,
Bergman.
Ramona. I've been film studying, and I'm like,
I
gosh,
know.
I don't look nearly as athletic
Yeah.
as I think
What
I
do you?
am.
I mean,
Oh,
you're very
yeah,
high.
You're very high. Get your butt down.
George,
Bend
I want
your
to study
knees a
your
little
film.
bit and
Where's
put
your
your
film?
butt
Well,
down.
Beto, actually, call Beto right now. Call Beto.
I'll call him, but
and
I
he'll
have-
give
he
you the
sent me a
scouting
video of
report
you.
at my second base skill.
He sent me a video of you, actually.
He did.
Yeah.
He sent me. Oh, he sent you a video.
I
He didn't
sent you a
me.
video of me hitting yesterday, Greg. I was not.
No, my hitting was, they picked the wrong ones. That's another story.
Greg Bergman, you look good. Like you didn't. I didn't actually see you hitting. I saw you warming up to hit. You had very good style on the warm up.
Yeah.
I felt like.
No.
I'll be fine. I hit a bunch of good ones.
I didn't.
They-
Your video that you said, it was not a video. It
By
was
the way,
just it was just a picture.
Bergman claims they didn't use any of his good
I
stuff.
know this.
They
I got this
only
in
used
jump
his
ball
bad
tomorrow.
stuff.
What's up, fool tomorrow? Don't worry
Well,
about it.
Screw that. I mean, I get the bad stuff put up
Cappy,
all the
by
time.
the way, when I see you hitting lefty, you're like crossing over the plate. Like that's not legal.
Like a slapper.
No, but
That was
this is
cages
one
yesterday.
thing. I will say one thing. You know, yesterday as I went out to practice, and I figured, you know, I gave myself an ample amount of opportunity to really get myself into softball shape. Mm-hmm. I've got 2 projected practices before Friday's big game, before the big championship.
Projected
I think you look
practices.
good,
It's
Ramona.
okay.
Yeah. I
There's
mean,
there's no pop though.
no, but you're just getting your first hacks in.
Yeah.
Cappy,
I was
my
winded by like pitch 8.
my team right now.
It's round.
My advice is going to be hit the ball past Cappy at third base.
Do it. But here's the thing.
Oh my God, no! I want to hit him in the head.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
George,
The
I
key
hope,
to sloping
George, I
softball-
hope
you know
that
what?
your
Right off
game
the
is as
shin.
big as your
Right-
mouth.
right
I
off
hope.
the- right off the
Because
sh-
we know that you didn't play last year, so nobody knows what you've got. You
true.
told everybody how an awesome of a pickleball player you were because you knew tennis, but then you didn't know the rules and you blew the game for us.
Right.
So
But
I'm
you
wondering,
didn't blow
do
the
you know
game-
rules-
you didn't blow
do you
the
know
game-
the rules
hold
of
on, no, no.
softball?
You
No,
didn't-
no.
you
Do
didn't
you know
blow
the
the
rules
game.
of softball? Yes
You
or no?
didn't-
Do
you-
you understand the rules of softball?
Go
Yes or
bleep
no?
yourself,
No,
Captain.
seriously, give him a rule book. Somebody give this man a rule book right now so he can study.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I wasn't the one who whiffed during pickleball.
Oh, you whiffed during pickleball?
That's right. I had a whiff.
Okay? And you were the one complaining that we went up against a bunch of ringers.
Well, yeah, because you didn't know the rules.
Cappy, who cares? We would have gotten our ass kicked anyway by those guys. Even if I would have hit those
yeah, you
three
would have
balls
had
back.
You would have had nothing. I mean,
I feel like
we
I could've
were all
carried us
in
to
over
victory.
our heads.
I
at
feel
that
like I
point.
Carried
could've
us to
carried us.
victory. You swung and missed at a ball.
Hey, that happens, George. Play enough pickleball, eventually you swing and whiff.
I'm watching myself.
Didn't
right
happen
now.
to me the whole day that we played.
Yeah, everybody, by the way,
We
is-
played 6 matches after that.
There's so much video. I don't know what's online on Twitter and what I'm just getting DM'd or if I'm getting texted video. I've just got a text of Momo. I've got a text of Cappy. I've got a text of Bergman.
Cappy, you're always the guy that I don't ever talk a big game. You're the one that went out there won the golf tournament 2 years ago and said, "Oh, I can do 50 push-ups, no problem." And then you were like literally dying of a heart attack after you collapsed after 43.
It was cardiac arrest, I'll have you know.
I mean, Dr. Clapper was there,
just sent me a
thankfully.
video. Let's
Thank
see.
God Clapper was there. Okay, I'm looking at video of Bergman fielding.
This looks like Sedano.
Sedano. I said
Oh, is that
that's Sedano.
Oh,
Somebody hit
Sedano,
the
you
ball
look
to him.
legit.
I should have said it was me, so you'd say how terrible it looked.
No, Sedano looks legit.
This is like an
does?
interesting angle. Like the camera's on the
Oh,
ground.
my God.
You look okay.
Oh,
Your
my
butt's
God.
down.
Butts down.
Oy vey.
It's not hitting it very hard.
You know,
It's
Not
kind
at
of
all.
rolling it to you.
Yeah, on a perfect surface, too, by the way.
Well, I mean, it's a softball field.
Well, I mean, what is it?
Well, I
AstroTurf?
don't know. He took video for like an hour. I don't know what if this is just what he sent. He was actually hitting choppers at me. We did all sorts of stuff today. We
Cappy,
were out there for an hour.
Guys, do you realize that not only
And I'm also not Cappy. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm Roberto Alomar at second base, where he's going to try to act
Did
like
he
he's
hit him hard at you? Because this is like rolling.
No. We played for an hour.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's,
okay.
He thinks he's like Brooks Robinson.
Brooks Robinson.
Yeah.
That
You know what's
name
great?
comes out of
He's
the
like
blue.
he thinks he's Ron Say out
Ron
there.
Say,
Yeah,
there's another one.
What's wrong
I
with
sort
you?
of have really patterned my game at third base after like Mike Schmidt. You know, that's
Oh
sort of-
yeah, Mike
sort
Schmidt.
of
Oh,
what I was
Schmitty?
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of what I was thinking.
You know what? This is my tape study of Cappy.
Yeah.
Cappy is just laissez-faire. He's just
Yeah,
like, let
right.
it stick my
I got
glove out.
that.
I got it.
I got that.
I'm
no
not gonna
problem.
get the butt down. I'm not gonna move my feet. If
No,
I,
he
if it,
cares a lot.
Well,
You
but
think
as
he's got
far
a
as
high care factor?
but as far as hitting,
He's
what-
athletic though. I would have drafted him. I would have tried to get him on our team.
Well, we were given. Let's see. I was given.
Yeah, we were
first
broken up.
pick
Sedano and I were
and-
broken up before this thing
I
even
get it.
started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cappy's on the other team.
So, as far as hitting, George, going across the plate, you're right. But here's the thing. You got to swing the bat in a game like this. Because if you don't swing the bat and you're just up there because you're trying to get on base, nobody's having a good time with that. So you got to find
Yeah.
your pitch. But I will say this. I have a game plan going in, and that is I plan to be very selective at the plate. Ron
Wait, I thought
Mitchell,
you just said you got to swing.
You do. You do.
So
But
you
I'm not-
both have to swing and
And
be selective.
You have
You're
to
a
wait.
human contradiction.
Yeah.
You have to
here's
wait
the
for your
question.
pitch. That's
Does-
the key.
Do we have any idea if Sliwa can pitch?
No,
Well,
he cannot.
I saw yesterday a video with Bergman and Sliwa, and it looked like he was at least putting it down the over the plate, right, Bergman?
Are you
Sliwa?
pitching Bergman or is Sliwa pitching?
Sliwa's going to be pitching, but
I saw it. It didn't look bad. In the video I saw, it looked fine.
But he'll be fine. A Cappy might do a little pitching. I might do a little pitching, but for
All
the
right.
most part,
But
it's
Ron
Sliwa.
Mitchell has an unbelievable spin rate,
Yeah.
and he reaches heights that are going to screw
Because
people
the
up.
truth is, like, it's almost harder to hit a bad pitcher sometimes. Like, because none of us really want to walk. You're not
Right.
going out there to walk unless you're Clinton. So if
Wait, Clinton walked?
yeah, he was like taking the pitches. And,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Actually,
I remember him not swinging
it was,
at things.
It was the other team. It was the Mason team that did a lot of walking.
Right.
Yeah, we
Well,
did
he
do
didn't
that.
walk at all.
We're
It
trying
was
to get
the
back in
Mason
game.
team that was not given anything to hit because Cappy was the pitcher.
No, Mason told his interns, "Don't even swing."
I never said that.
And that's what happened. These interns
You
didn't
swing at strikes.
Exactly.
You swing at strikes. Somebody's got to throw them.
Well, that's
By
what
the
I'm
way-
planning on
What are
doing.
you
I'm
going to
gonna
do
be-
there, Justin Turner? What are you
I'm
going to tell
be
your
very-
team?
I'm going to be very picky, very selective. Ron Mitchell, pitch to me, Jack.
Oh,
I mean, he is going to
he
pitch.
will.
He's going to.
Right.
Linz,
Ron's
what
gonna
was
strike
that,
everybody
Linz?
out.
I was going to say Greg can't pitch because just like Shohei, he's got a blister on his hand.
Oh, come on.
It's on my left
What
hand.
happened?
Though, which is fine. I was at the cages
Yeah.
yesterday with Beto.
No
and-
batting glove?
No batting glove.
I know.
You
I
got to
know,
go like
that's
Moises
a mistake.
Alou, Jorge Posada. And
Oh
just
yeah,
like,
no, we're not doing
I
that.
didn't know.
I mean, you can do
Moises
stuff.
went
How
was,
many rounds did you go?
I probably had about 80 swings. It
Oh,
was-
my.
80 is too
It
much.
was, it was too much.
Yeah,
A lot
what are
of
you doing?
swings.
Of course you got
I
a
did
blister.
5 rounds, but I took
Beto
a few off.
Beto did an entire
Probably about 80.
bucket full, which was awesome. Like the place we went to was very, very cool.
It looked nice.
It was really nice. And then Sliwa was practicing his pitching, so he's like, "Bert, go get up there." And I was like, "All right." So then I did more. It was too many.
Yeah, no, that's too many.
Anybody else have workouts planned? George, you've got one under your belt. How about
I don't
you,
know,
Mace?
Ron Santo. What do you got going?
Me? I will have you know that I'm
What do you
back-
got, Davy Lopes?
Hey,
I'm
Eddie
back for round
Matthews.
2. I'm back for how about A-Rod, all right? I'm back for round 2 tonight.
Beto says Bergman took at least 100 hacks.
Oh, that's too
See?
many,
Wow.
Berg.
Too many, Berg.
Of course
It was
you
a
got a
lot.
blister.
Too many.
Yeah, but it's on my left hand. It's gonna be fine.
I paid for 5 rounds, but I took at least 5 pitches off per round. Because it was like, you get winded, you got to save the. I got a little tiny blister, but
So here's my
gotta be
issue.
careful.
Honestly, is
You want to hit Cappy in the shin?
would be fantastic.
Doesn't have the exit velocity, doesn't have the illegal bat.
Be fantastic to hit the new Wade Boggs in the shin.
New Wade Bogg. That's awesome.
So tonight I'm taking listeners over to LAFC with Jacob Imrani.
Oh, that
so
sounds fun.
You won't be
That's-
practicing while I will be.
Going to be really fun.
I'm going to practice.
Thursday night, is it smarter to go out and hit at the cage, or should I just wait, take a couple of swings Friday and go?
No, go to the cage. Don't come unprepared, Mace.
Mace, is there?
Are
a
you
good
worried
batting
about your
cage
hitting?
by us?
You did okay last year.
Say that one more time, Linz.
Is there a good batting cage by us? Because we live pretty close to each other.
We do live close to each other.
I was trying to look it up. I don't really.
I'll
think
find
there's
one.
anything
You want to go Thursday night? Tomorrow night?
Mace,
Yeah,
just remember
okay.
this.
Yeah.
Fail to prepare. Prepare to fail.
Thanks, George Brett.
Just remember that. Just remember that. Hey,
Pepe,
Momo.
Pedro Guerrero.
Pepe texted me and said, Cappy is el pingüino 6.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
I love
That's
it.
a nice thing to say, Pepe. I appreciate that, man.
That is
I don't
not.
know if
Muchas
it's
gracias.
nice.
That
Mucho
is
gusto. Hey, Ramona.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a whole bunch of bowls. You see what I'm saying? Like I had to get softballs
Okay.
and bats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Turns out my next door neighbor, this young lady,
Yeah.
is committed to go to Dartmouth to play softball.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's cool.
So this girl comes walking over and she's like, "Hey, I hear you got this softball game and you need to do some practicing." I'm like, "That's right." She goes, "Well, I brought you over a whole bucket of balls, a couple of bats. I recommend this one, and go get some work done." And let me tell you something. I was hitting bombs last night, Ramona.
Nice.
Bombs from both sides of the plate, Momo.
Nice.
But you're not supposed to cross the plate like the video I saw. Like, that's not legal.
Really?
I'm fine with him doing that.
You're fine with him stepping
Yeah,
over
it's
the
like a
plate
lefty
to hit the ball?
slapper.
I guess it's okay.
I mean, technically, you're not supposed to do that.
Technically, you're not supposed
George
to,
does
but
know the rules.
given the pitching abilities of Team Sliwa, we may
Are we
have
gonna
to
get-
step up.
I mean, that I
across
think is
the
actually
plate.
going to be one of our hardest challenges, is hitting the ball when they're not throwing strikes.
That's what happened last year with Cappy.
Yeah. It is hard.
Cappy could
It's
not
true,
throw
he
a
was
strike
terrible.
to save his
Yeah.
life.
I don't know,
We were
man.
all
I
over
seemed-
the place.
Seemed to pitch okay to Travis, who hit one out. Seemed to pitch okay to Beto, who hit one out late in
Well,
the game. to
can I
win it.
just ask you, why
Yeah.
do you think those were good pitches
Well,
if
those
they
are
hit them
hittable
out?
pitches. Those
no,
are hittable
we
pitches.
want more of those pitches.
Yeah,
right.
those are hittable.
The home run
It's
pitches.
hard because you have
but
to
you-
move your feet and you have
But
to
you
move
got to
around in
swing.
the box a little.
You got to be willing to swing. You got to have the confidence to swing at anything.
So
Mace.
where's Travis playing? First?
Yeah, first
Okay.
base.
All right.
Batting third and at first
Yeah,
base. You're batting
absolutely.
second at second base.
Yeah. I'll be on for Travis.
Big CY in the leadoff spot at
You guys
shortstop.
going to wear cleats?
We have any
No.
bet? We got a bet on this.
I think
game?
I'm going to wear cleats. Last year, I had some turf shoes on, and I regretted it.
Yeah.
Felt
a
like I
bet
needed
on this
cleats.
game?
Do we have a wager?
Rubber cleats, not.
Yeah, I don't know that we've got a wager so far. Although I will say, if Sliwa wins, he will be insufferable. He's already pretty insufferable,
Is he?
but he's going to get worse.
You think so?
Because he will have won the Papa Shot contest.
Right.
He will have won the pickleball round robin for the station.
But what if
he will have won host of the year and the softball
Wait,
game?
But what if he performs poorly, but yet his team wins? How does that work?
He could live with that.
He put the team together.
Right.
Yeah, he could live with
he
that.
gets credit.
Yeah,
He gets
GM.
credit. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys? So is Clinton doing the red carpet on the radio?
I see him on Twitter.
Social.
Oh, he's doing it on social. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him on
It's
the
fun
ESPN
down
LA
there.
Twitter.
You see all kinds of people down there.
Yeah.
So wait, Momo, did you say that the ESPYs are not where they?
No, they're in
always
Hollywood
been?
now.
Yeah.
They're not
Oh,
here
they're
at the
not here
Microsoft.
okay.
Are
gotcha.
they at the Dolby in
Yeah,
Hollywood?
the Dolby.
Yeah.
That is a. Honestly, have you been to the Dolby?
No.
It is. They have the Oscars there too. It's pretty run down.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's really run down.
Why do they use
Oh,
it?
look, Clinton. He's got a hat on.
Oh,
The big
nice.
CY,
Look at him.
really?
Look at him. He's got a hat and he's doing he's strutting.
Of course, he's styling.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Clinton Yates. He's television's Clinton Yates.
He's the
part of the
president of the Handsome Man community.
Handsome Man community.
I
local
forgot.
chapter.
I forgot that they switched it out there because I thought for a second, oh man, parking's been such a pain in the ass today here. But I forgot that it's out there now.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
All right.
Cappy is just don't injure yourself, okay?
George, I'm trying. Okay, I mean, I don't want to get hurt again. It was embarrassing last year.
You're gonna end up. I mean, Mace is the one that generally gets hurt at these.
I
things,
am the one.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, Ramona, you looked at my film, and it's my first time playing
Your
softball
film,
in a year. And prior to that, like George, it's probably been about 10 years. And knowing that
You got tennis
middle-aged
shoes on.
fellas. I
don't think you should wear tennis shoes. I remember people slipping a lot last year.
Yeah, we have like turf in the batter's
Greg,
box.
did
or we
you
have to
slip?
use-
Come on.
Was it you who slipped, or was it who was it? Funches slipped. People were slipping all over the place.
I mean, I don't think it matters to wear cleats.
I think it does
It's
matter.
it's a softball game for fun.
But I
no,
don't want
it's
to get
not
hurt.
a softball game for fun. It was a
If
softball
you
game
slip
for
and
fun
fall,
last
you will
year.
get hurt.
Not this year.
It's not a softball game for fun this year?
No, because
This time it
last
counts?
year- it does count because last year when Mace's team decided they wanted to play the walksy game rather than the swing
The
the bat
walksy game, okay.
Now it's playing for keeps, pal.
Okay.
So you're going to take a bunch of pitches and walk, is what you're saying?
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
on base percentage is what's most.
Well, the
Ron
truth-
Mitchell is a strike thrower, man.
We have
Yeah,
an
he
ump,
does.
right?
Yeah, we do have an ump.
Oh, okay, good.
Sort of.
Two umps.
Two
suck.
Real umps are just
They're terrible.
I'm
People
assuming
showing
they're
up.
going to be good umps because last
They're
year
terrible
was
because you
terrible.
couldn't throw a strike?
No, they're terrible because all umps are terrible.
Yeah. Oh, just blanket.
Wait,
We
so
actually have
Pepe's
robot
announcing?
umps?
I'm
Yeah.
excited that Pepe's announcing.
Yeah, Michael
Chris
Pepe
and
and
Chris, yeah.
Morales
Morales,
are
I
doing
like
the game.
it.
Yeah. All right, and that's it for us. We did a little overtime today.
2 minutes.
Tomorrow, you're going to bring me my package
I
from
am.
Chris at
Your
the Care
care
of
You know
Pass
what?
and Torrance?
Would you like me to bring some plums?
No. I mean, sure. Bring
I
'em.
brought. Weren't they good last time?
Yeah, bring them.
Those were delicious.
Yeah, they're
please bring
delicious.
those.
You
Bring
weren't here
some.
for that last time. I have the plums are in season.
All right.
Plums are good. They're delicious.
We end on plums. All right. Coming up next for you, George Shadano and Scott Rowland. We're back tomorrow at 1, 7:10 ESPN.
Justin Turner doing the show with me.
Exactly.